Excellente. Perfect. Thank you.
Excellente.
Excellente. How's the divorce?
It went pretty well. so well, in fact, that Kanai's not here for the same reason.
All right. Kanai's getting his divorce.
There's just divorces going on.
He's on a plane on his way to Vegas to get the shotgun wedding so he can then come back and get the divorce.
On the way back, he's planning, like his girlfriend's excited. He's like, come get this fucking
I'm gonna
divorce.
fucking ruin it.
Ruin her life.
What is this, an episode of Friends?
All right. What is up, guys? Okay.
Everybody gotta get it out now.
No, you good. You get some water? We're at the gas station, grab some water. Thank you. Hey guys, CGDannyB back again with another episode of Pokemon. Gotta watch them all. The podcast, we watch every single Pokemon movie. We talk about the things we love, the things we hate, the things we absolutely adore, and the times we don't like movies because they don't have a father-daughter relationship. But that's okay.
Absolutely. And then we yell at said person for having such an opinion.
And then we rank them.
Roast each other.
It's so rude off the bat. Then we rank them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Today, we have another cacophonous. I hate using that word when it's not meant to, but I like it. We have a group of people that's not the normal. Dante's back.
Yo! Hey!
Good to have you back again. Kanai died this week.
Can I say how?
Sure.
He choked on an ice cube.
I thought you were going to say, like, a whole bag of dicks or something.
I thought he was just gonna leave it at chokes.
Yeah, he choked. He choked.
He choked.
On an ice cube.
And then just the pause that took me a minute.
It was actually the water that he choked on the ice cube when it melted.
He drowned on the ice cube while I was sitting there.
Drowned on the ice.
Who else but Kanai?
But yes, he's gone. He's currently in a secret lab getting rebuilt.
The ice cube joking.
Yeah. For the next 2 episodes, we have Connor, Hobo Monkey himself. Welcome back again, sir. Thank you so much for showing up.
No problem.
I've got Chris Halford.
Hello.
Christopher, of course. And I have Jonathan,
Hey.
my production man with the camera.
Hey,
and
yo.
it's my light. Couldn't do it without my light.
You know I care because I had to sit down for almost 3 hours straight to watch these.
Yeah.
And I don't sit still for 3 hours.
Did you watch him today?
Yeah.
So it was last. So I've been discussing with Kanai throughout the week. Where he's like, I might be there, I might not be there. I don't know because I'm doing this thing with work, whatever. So we didn't know if he was going to be here. And then the last couple of days, it was like err on the side of me not being there. I'm like, oh no, so last minute. I don't want to ask Connor to rush these 2 movies. It came up in conversation like, I'll do it. So what did he do? He watched all 3 movies in some way.
Well, I asked him on Thursday.
Black and
Black and white channel.
Well, we have a story about that.
But that's next episode because this episode is Zoroark, Master of Illusions, our transition between Gen 4 and Gen 5. So
It's a weird one. It's a weird transition.
It
but
is.
It wasn't bad.
So okay, then I'll start with you. What did you think of Zoroark?
I like it a lot. I think I like it a lot because it's still a Gen 4 movie.
Yeah.
Zoroark is not my favorite Pokemon, but
Sure.
after this movie, I was like, I have to have him. Like, he's a badass. He's really cute. I like him a lot. This movie did a lot for him. So
Yeah. Chris, what did you think of this movie?
I think in terms of story, I'm still, as of right now, trying to figure out more to the main antagonist's motives.
Sure.
Because that's a little like, why?
It's time travel, Chris.
I mean,
But I think it has a lot.
Where's the bread, Chris?
There's a lot of visual beauty to a lot of the effects.
Absolutely.
And I feel like
Oh, gosh,
had they
I gotta talk about something later.
had they gone in like certain directions, they could have expanded upon it more. But I mean, it's not the worst. It's not the best. For me, it's like very middle of the road.
Okay. Connor, what did you think of Zoroark?
I haven't watched all of the movies and stuff, but I would put this on the better side of mediocre. Like,
Okay.
Like, it's definitely in that gray middle area, but it's like maybe...
It's a fine movie.
Yeah, it's not the best. There are worse.
Yeah.
But it's an alright movie. Like, I'm sure as a kid, if I watched it, I would have loved it. But
Okay. Well, now that everybody's given their opinion, go ahead.
Does anybody want to have a prediction of what I would say? Just curious, because I saw 2 podcasts.
So here's the issue.
I saw 2 podcasts.
Everything I know is you always go with the other opinion, and we were all like, it's very mediocre.
So here's the thing.
This is better than the others.
I learned that he doesn't do this on purpose. I learned because I know Dante for like 5-6 years now, and your taste, it's not bad. It's very different than mine, 100%.
It's just very odd. There's a reason why I disclaimed a couple podcasts ago and be like, hey, I have weird tastes, all right?
So I think he enjoyed the movie. Plot-wise, I think you fucking hated it.
Okay. I thought you were gonna bring up the 3 thing.
No.
But it's not better than 3.
What 3 things?
Do you have it?
My only prediction is it's gonna be the pacing is gonna be off.
Okay.
It's the only thing I got.
Okay. That is somewhat true, but I'm gonna quote a very memorable meme maybe to some of you. Whoa! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for! That's what it's all about. Woo!
So you really like Zoroark?
I actually enjoy this movie.
Right.
There is the pacing thing, but there's a payoff in this movie that happens, and I'm like, fuck, that was incredible.
Yeah.
And that just kind of erases everything bad about
Did
the
anybody
movie.
else get chills when he said that?
I
Chills. I was like, yes.
No, I just lost ears.
And then afterwards, I was
used to
debating
it.
it. I was like, is it better than 3? And then I kept debating it. I went to work and I was like, what the fuck is it? Am I gonna say it's better than 3? I debated on it so long and I was like, fuck it.
So, when we go to rank these, lightning's gonna come down and hit you like that. Can we compare it to one movie though? I want to see how we can fare on it. Or do you want me to wait? Yeah, or do you want me to wait till the end?
I'm down with either.
Lucario, will you put this?
I think it has the same energy as Lucario.
That's how I was bringing it up.
I think in terms of structure and plot, I think this is better than
Okay, I agree. What about?
We are touching on my Gen 5
Now,
dislike.
keep in mind,
Sorry, by the way, for your ear.
I like
You're good.
Lucario
I think
way
the
more
only
than I like
response if I was
Sora.
there,
But
because then I'm
movie-wise,
between
Sora
him and you,
destroys
and I'm
Lucario.
like, oh, okay.
Sure.
If we're going under the same pretense of both of them are in front of me and I have to choose which DVD to put in, I would probably go Lucario.
Okay, just keep in mind one of these went
Which
straight
is
to
what I hated.
one of these went straight to
You
the
hated
DVD.
Lucario, but picked him for the pole challenge and won.
I didn't hate this, because my problem was the entire middle portion. They could have shortened it. I could have cared less.
But Dan Green was in this one. He played Zorro, right?
Yo! I would have
I don't
loved
know.
that.
Dan Green is in the. They throw, hey, yo, we got a movie. Who
I
do we
gotta
got
find me.
Don't forget a fucking vote. I'm losing, and I'm losing by very little fucking points. There's like maybe 7 people voting. Yeah, get your shit together because I picked some baller ass Pokemon for the next 3
had a
episodes,
couple
which haven't
votes
come
this
out.
past week.
And I was like, whoa, you guys are fucking me over. So get out there, vote. Join the Discord server.
I've only won 1 poll.
Must be nice to win one.
My win was a tie. My win was a tie with Slow King.
You're welcome for me predicting your pick, by the way.
Yes.
Oh yeah?
So it's
Wait,
one thing the fans have proved.
Oh yeah?
All you
like,
have
I
to
don't
do
know if
is
I
just say
can pick one.
Arcanine. He won both times. Blowout.
All right. So how about we talk about this freaking plot? Am I right?
That was a lot of energy.
Okay,
into
so
this.
I'll start.
In the world of Pokemon, we start the movie off. We have our fun intro. This was actually like really short. Like just kind of happens pretty quick.
There's hundreds. Movie.
Yeah. So it's Ethan, the Gen 2,
Which I
trainer.
love seeing him.
Yeah.
I love seeing him.
Oh,
I was
you
kind of confused because I was like,
Why him?
Why is he here?
We could have had.
Yeah,
I don't
why
even
is
know the
he
Gen
here?
5 trainer.
You will love the anime because they show him in Hoenn anime for a while.
Okay.
Mwah.
I think it's because Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Oh,
which
that's
is,
right.
Which is the reason why
Oh, it just come out.
in
Yeah.
Arceus, Totodile, Cyndaquil, and Chikorita
Yeah.
were featured.
I never-
Oh, that makes sense because that came out 6 months before Black and White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if
That makes
anyone
sense.
knows where to get one of those hats, like the sweet Gen 2 hats,
Yeah.
hit me up. I've been looking for years.
Put the link in the comments. We'll
Yeah,
find it.
I got it.
Etsy.
I'd be surprised
I
if
got
Etsy didn't have it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Ethan with his Donphan versus Ash and his Pikachu. Pikachu just bodies the fucking Donphan because that's how types work. But that's okay because now the gang is rushing to a Pokemon Center to sit down in front of a TV and watch some strange Pokemon football, soccer, basketball.
What's it called?
Foosball. It's Bakker.
I
Just so you know-
lost my fucking mind.
This is the 3rd time Pikachu has body a Donphan.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, this is the 3rd time.
I lost my mind when I heard. I had to pause the movie and rewind to make sure I heard them.
Is that a thing? Is that something I'm not?
No, it's just something for this.
No, they
They
said
made
we need
a
a
word
sport. Let's take soccer. Get rid of the S. We're throwing a B. It's Bakker. Not even like Pokeyakkas or anything.
Bakugan and Beyblades.
or
and
Red and
Keep in mind,
Black.
Gen 2, they have the Pokeletheon, and one of the games was just soccer. So you have soccer with Pokemon.
It exists in the Pokemon universe.
Yeah.
Why would you just call it soccer? Yeah, I get it.
I just low key chalk it up to this one dude for reasons we will get into. Just was like, oh yeah, this is it. This is yeah. Oh, okay, cool. And then people just went along with it for some fucking reason.
There's a great part when they introduced Bacher where the announcer is like, ball stealing! And I don't know
Why was he stressing balls
I don't know,
so much?
but I
it's
you
not
could-
just
I
that.
put the note there.
He
It's
was
in
doing
there.
it like he did
Yeah.
2 or 3 times.
Ball!
So
Yeah.
the gang sits down, they start watching this event. It's Elekid, Electabuzz, and Electivire versus Beldum, Matang, and Metagross.
That was
which
adorable. I love that.
is pretty great, because
Yeah.
that's all the teams seem to be structured, where it's a 3-stage evolution.
Yeah.
First, second, and third stage all fighting against another first, second, and third stage. You see it again in the
It
credits
seems
for it.
unfair. Because one team can fucking levitate.
Fair.
It's like,
But they
got
lost,
bodied.
right?
They got bodied by the Elekid team though.
Because they had hands.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I'm scared of that trainer that had all the different lines of the Metagross line because it's either they had to breed or even worse yet, they had to catch. So that person is patient as hell.
that's an assassin.
Didn't work.
Yeah, even training a
work.
Beldum's annoying. Just take
Yeah.
down.
Well,
Hope you
to,
don't
do
kill
any
to
someone.
get a
single
Metang, you
legendary
need to
is-
have 2 Beldums to evolve Metang in the anime.
Yeah. And then you need 4 Beldums and a Matang, don't you?
Right.
Jesus.
Homie's trying. Homie wants it. He wants to win
And he
Bacher.
fucking lost Bacher. That's the worst part. The man lost Bacher.
It's because he's doing sports, not combat sports.
But anyway, the gang, they're all excited, like, oh, what's going on here? Team Rocket playing cleaning staff says, what's going on, kids? Brock says, Pokemon Bacher, it's really exciting. We're going to Crown City to watch the main event, which never happens until the credits, but it's okay, because we have other things that happen.
It's all right. The contest didn't happen till the credits of Darkrai.
That's also true, and she lost anyway, so we didn't need to see it. But they show on the TV, like, hey, this was the Bacher Ball tournament. Really excited because the ultimate top player, Mr. I kept writing it, it's Grings Kodai, who's got the team of, he doesn't have an evolutionary team, oh no. He's got the 3 legendary beasts, which I kept writing dogs, but I know that's controversial, so I just put beasts. But he's got a team of Entei, Suicune, and Raikou, yes. Who just like Raikou. Fuck it.
Public
That's so
keeps calling
fucking broken.
Arcanine a kitty.
Yeah.
That's so broken.
It gets lost
But that's
in
okay,
translation.
because don't worry, he doesn't really care about Bacher Ball, but we don't know that yet. But yeah, this guy has just
What are you
got,
talking about? He invented Bacher.
yes, but not, yeah.
Bacher's just bullet ball.
So,
I was thinking very much like y'all remember, was it Slam Ball or whatever?
Slam Ball, yeah,
Where
with
it's
the
basketball with trampoline.
fucking Craig from Screw Tag.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's a few things. Brock's flirting with Nurse Joy. No one cares about that. But Brock says, hey, gang, you want to get to Crown City? I know a shortcut because I have this device in my hand.
I'm
Let's
glad
do
they
it."
in this movie they got rid of the book because the book was always a creepy joke with me when
Or-
it came to Brock. He's like, I don't have you in my book.
Yeah.
They just completely dropped it this time. I was like, thank.
Well, he moved into the
God.
modern century. So.
You know what's beautiful? Mombasa City has the greatest theme ever.
Yeah.
That's the.
Yeah.
I don't want to get copyrighted because it's so accurate on key, but.
All right. There's your dog.
It's not Driftveil. I'm just saying.
It's not Eckertique. That's just the best in the world. But anyway,
It's not Goldenrod.
the game, that's fair. The game, let's go to Crown City, but we cut to this big old airplane just flying in the sky, but inside we have this little, I say little, we have a stowaway, it's Zoroark, who's just kind of sleeping, being all tired and shitty and shit. And then inside of its big mane, which, I won't lie, I like the mane, but something about it in this movie I just felt uncomfortable at times. I don't know.
It's weird because it's like
It felt nappy.
Yeah.
For someone with black hair that's had to pick knots out of the back of my hair.
What?
Like, I'm just like, how is this thing not tangled?
And it's also that like a
Spell the
Zora can
onion.
like just literally a
Spell
Zora
the
can
unknown.
literally just like nest himself in there
Yeah.
and stay, and that is okay. Like it
Yeah.
just forms back like now.
Don't kangaroos do that with the pouch though? And
Well, the
The
pouch
pouch
isn't
is
hair.
Not a bunch of hair though.
oh.
It's not just like
I'm sorry, I don't have a PhD on fucking kangaroos.
It's
John just thought kangaroos had massive bush.
I just think of it like
Their
imagine-
fucking pussy is in the pouch. I just assumed that there's a fucking.
It is. I don't
that up. I'm gonna keep going.
It's her business.
So you think a kangaroo gives birth and the baby just into the fucking floor?
Can we timestamp the O?
Oh.
I hate that I have to look up where is a kangaroo's vagina now.
Those FBI agents just going, what the fuck is he doing?
Conception.
Oh, this is new.
Who figured? I'm like, Kanai's not here. We can stay on track. No.
He's just going Monster
out the
Hunter,
window.
Monster Hunter. Oh, that's a kangaroo.
Connor put safe search on. Anyway, so while Zoroark is just kind of chilling there with little baby Zorua, this big garage door opens, and then there's our three beasts just staring down Zoroark, ready to
I'm
fuck
not
this
even
shit
there
up.
yet.
So Kodai's watching from this like upper area watchtower, just like go ahead, start. And Zora's like, no, don't touch my Zoroark because we didn't get the nickname yet, but we'll get there. But Zoroark's no, get in here, hides it in the hair, and just starts to fight Reiko, Electric Dog.
Say it how you want. Say it how you want.
I'm gonna go with Raikou.
Raikou
That's what I'm
sounds so
used to.
much better.
But yeah, Zoroark turns into Raikou. It's just like time to fight. Here we go. And Grings, we reveal that he has this like bracelet. We don't quite know what it is. Oh right, I forgot. Anyway, so yeah, Grings uses this bracelet to produce some gigantic storm that just starts to take over the room. But then we see like he has this really hot assistant.
Yeah, asshole. The womb isn't the vagina.
Yes, but when you look at the
Do you think a kangaroo?
Can we save this? Can we save this?
This is happening on Life Sucks.
all right,
This is happening.
Let's shelve this.
all right, we're done with
For
this
other
topic.
content.
But the womb isn't the vagina.
We're done with this topic until next Tuesday.
Welcome to health class. Yeah, Game of Honor show on YouTube. Watch Life Sucks if you want to know about kangaroo vagina. Oh man.
The Kangas Kong isn't even in this movie.
But yeah, so this storm starts to expand inside this small room, and Kodai has no reaction whatsoever because he knows it's an illusion. He knows it's fake because his bracelet is an illusion canceller. And Zoroark is the illusion Pokemon. It creates illusion, turns into other Pokemon. It makes things look super realistic to everybody unless you have this really cool bracelet. So Kodai is like, I'm good. I know it's fake. I know what I'm going to do with the Zoroark, but we don't know yet. But it's some crazy shit, am I right? Yeah, there you go.
I legitimately thought he wanted the Zoroark for Bakker. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, are we having a Bakker-centric villain?
So if that was true, though, I would be okay with the plot for like him being like a super sports fanatic. And he
Yeah,
has to
that would
have
have
him.
been that would have been hilarious.
I just wanted to have the ultimate prize, the Heisman Trophy.
It becomes less of a good and evil, more of like an ethics issue.
Just have like a little kid Leon just like sitting up on the seat with like a little cape and he's doing his.
Yeah. So yeah, after the storm fades, we see the three legendary dogs turn into like pixels and triangles and fade away. And we're like, oh shit, they're holograms. This was all fake just to get a stir out of Zoroark to make it show what it can do and prove these bracelets are working. And then out of nowhere, just this fucking ninja comes in and just snatches Zorua and just flies off, says, come here.
Which feels weird, because
Yeah.
everything else is technologically advanced. And we see a little robot grabby hand later in the movie.
Yeah.
Why are you using a ninja, my guy?
Intelligence.
There's a budget.
They're not.
He's on a
You
budget.
tell me Ninja isn't smart?
No.
He's fast as fuck. He has speed boost.
Yeah,
He's like, I caught
was about to
100
say.
of these things.
Yeah.
I was trying to get a Shedinja and I kept fucking it.
I did a wonder trade and I just got this. So.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Chris?
I was gonna bring up the speed boost thing. They were probably like, "Oh, it's faster."
It's
Well,
just a speedy boy.
and then even if it outruns, it's gonna catch up quick.
But that's okay because it doesn't. This is not a speed boost.
Because then there would be no plot.
Exactly. So yes, the Ninjas grabs Zorua, takes it away, and they electrocute Zoroark so it doesn't chase after it. And while they're flying through these little vents, Zora is just like, fuck your shit. Starts slamming Ninjask into walls, jumps through a vent, escapes from, it's like 2 Ninjask and 2 Scizor. But it runs into a Scizor, like turns into it to like confuse the fuck out
Yeah,
of it.
the little giggle is hilarious, yeah.
The prankster giggle.
It almost seems like a nervous tick at
Yeah.
points. It does! It's like that scissor situation, it should not have been laughing. It just felt like,
I think Caesar was just caught off at the fact that he's like, "Oh, I have a mouth now."
Whoa! That's the thing that bothered me. I was like, oh, wait, Scissor's mouth is there? Oh, okay.
So yeah, Zora jukes around him, jumps over him, dives through a vent, and ends up just outside of the plane. It's just the most unsafe thing. and just gets launched into space, falls down, and as it's about to fall, it just hits a horde of Jumpluff and Skiploom, turns into a Skiploom, and floats down safely.
I don't want to be a Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Why not?
Argue the logic of movies, especially Pokemon movies. But if they are illusions, why the fuck does he obey the same laws as a Skiploom?
Spell the unknown.
To believe it.
What?
To believe it.
No, I was also thinking about that. Go ahead.
Because if we go by the actual ability, it just takes the physical appearance. It doesn't get any of the
Right.
abilities or any of the extra bits.
So it's basically transform without taking the attack.
Pretty much.
It looks like it, but I'm like, that doesn't.
Because
I always thought it's like if I went to touch it, it would be Zoroark.
Yeah, because it's like the thing, the easiest way I could put it, if it takes on the form of a Charizard, obviously you're not going to use Earthquake, but let's just say by chance you did, that Charizard is getting rocked by that EQ, and the illusion is going to get broken because you broke the illusion. It never takes the abilities.
He's Charizard.
Here's the thing: the illusions are so powerful. It's such a master of illusions that it tricks reality.
So, what I think it is, you're I know you're fucking around, but I do think
No, there's something later that proves me completely wrong, which is why I was trying to, because there's a later point in the movie. But my idea is that at least physically, it kind of takes on the form, because how it interacts with the world. There's points where certain things later grab it, and they actually grab the thing. The illusion.
Yeah.
So, and Zorua reacts.
Though?
I couldn't tell you. I always assumed it was just illusion ability.
I'm not sure.
I'll just check it.
I don't think it does, but
I think it's just.
If Latias has told me anything, it's I don't know anything about fucking Pokemon. Exactly.
See, as Zora jumps out of the plane, we have this weird dude with some kind of spiky hair, and the weird shadow on his face looks like a Hitler stash.
I didn't even notice that.
Or Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, or
To play it safe.
Could be either, or he could be good guy, bad guy. We'll see.
He's just a big theater fan.
Mr. Rhyme.
So as Zoroark's floating down safely, Kodai's like, "You have its visual data, right?" He's like, "Yeah, we have that." I'm not sure exactly what that means, but that's the way of being like, we can track Zorua because we have its visual data. So
No, they use it for later.
For another plot point? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, then you'll have to bring it
No,
up.
I thought it was a weird thing too.
Yeah,
until something came
so
up.
I was gonna say that you could also just say we got video.
Oh,
of it,
wait,
right?
yeah, you're right.
But yeah.
I know exactly what it is. I just don't remember shit.
It's a weirdly delivered line though. I will admit that.
Yeah,
So it's like, why?
It was
Huh?
So that as they're like, we have the visual data, good. Kodai says, just one more day and the time ripple's gone. I must find it before then. I don't know why I put this as a quote, like Kodai 2010. Maybe the way he said it felt really impactful. I don't remember.
Are you making fun of Coney 2010?
Maybe. I don't think that was
No, it's
it.
2012.
I think it was doing
2012?
a bit. I'd probably have to see that. He's just like, just one more day and the time ripple's gone. I must find it before then.
I just really don't like that the plot point in this movie is a time ripple. I don't know.
Yeah,
Something about having to say time ripple a lot.
Yeah.
there was a couple times I misheard it, and I put instead of an R, there's an N, and I was like,
nipple.
oh.
It's a time nipple.
Did you get Wrinkle in Time flashbacks from high school?
But as they show this time ripple that we're after the whole movie, we see Celebi come flying out of it and exploring the city, Crown City. And I put the bit, is this time travel? Old lady with her bread, title card.
This is like her fourth stroke of like every movie.
Celebi, stop!
This is where I have PTSD. and
Imagine she's on a call
invisibly shout at my house, fuck! When Celebi shows up, because I'm kind of like, it's got to deal with time travel.
I imagine she's at the hospital with the little thing here. Beep. They're like, yeah, she's never gonna get out. Time travel!
Beep, beep.
So,
You hear
Legend
stuff.
has it, every time Celebi shows up, she wakes up.
Oh, here it is. It's not transform. It says that the Pokedex entry for Pokemon White says that it can change the landscape with illusionary scenery powers. So not only does he change himself, he can change the surrounding. I don't know if that explains. The
he kind of does that in the movie.
He does that.
Yeah, they do it towards the end. I guess I'm just wondering still if that is an illusion or a physical.
Well, because theoretically, if it's changing the surroundings, that means it's changing the properties, which means it's totally plausible at that point.
I'm trying to read more on his entries to see if I see anything.
So that just means he's like shaping reality to his whim, which is totally plausible.
So I think unless you know it's an illusion,
Right.
it's-
WandaVision.
careful.
Spoilers. Wanda fucking died.
I usually don't make comments on title cards that often, but this one looked like it could have just put it on a trading card pack.
Yeah.
Like it was the most trading card. Like you could have told me that there was a Pokemon pack called like Zoroark Master of Illusions, and I would have bought it because I'm like, I mean, I would have bought the pack, but I would have believed you.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
Well,
yeah,
it sounds like a card pack
this
series,
looks like
yeah.
it was just slapped.
Did
on.
I fever dream the Guardians of the Lake showing up in this title card? Or
I don't recall.
Not the title card.
maybe I just dreamt about it because I felt like there was a movie that had the Guardians of the Lake in the title card, and I was like, they're not even in the movie.
I feel like you're fucking with me, but I can't tell right now. Because that's what I did with Suicune.
They came to purify the lake so we could save Celebi.
But that's
This
it.
makes forever.
It's just like I saw it in the title card, and I was like, but they're not in the movie, so why? Whatever.
Back to the gang. They're walking through the forest. No idea how to get to Crown City. They're like, oh, we're lost. Beautifly. Fly by and make everybody happy. Team Rocket's up above, like, ooh, look, the kids, the twerps, they have Pikachu. We still want that thing. Anyway, until this mischievous Skiploom bumps into them and just knocks all of them out of the fucking sky. And this is the one with the Yan Mega ship, right? Or is it
I want to say yes.
Yeah, that shit gets crashed into a tree. It's funny. But then the Skiploom loses all recovery from wind that it's had for the last like 5 minutes and just knocks a Vigoroth out of the air. And they're like, well, you fucked with one of us, now you fuck with all of us. So Zorua turns away from Skiploom, runs away, and has to like square up with 5 Vigoroth. Meanwhile, the gang sees the whole thing happening. They're like, hey, don't fucking touch that little Pokemon.
Bro, that's the circle of life of Pokemon. You can't stop every...
Well, Ash can because he does it in the next movie too. That Deerling should have fucking died.
There's a lot of things that should have died in that movie.
Anyway, so Ash and Dawn, they jump into action like, let's save Zorua, or this little black wolf fox thing that we haven't met yet, by sending out Infernape and Mamoswine just to surround these Vigoroth. Like,
Which is such a power play,
Yeah,
right?
really. Like, they have such good teams, and the fact that like I think this is like the one time Infernape shows up in the movie.
It is.
He's
back again in the anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's just like the last movie, you didn't even have a Chimchar. What the fuck happened, Ash?
Well, he had Monferno in
Oh, did he have Monferno?
in Arceus.
Dude, I'm just
Oh
saying
yeah, he did.
that
Yeah, he
that
did.
Infernape
This is a
would fuck
Pokemon.
every Vigoroth meta.
Right? Just to like a low kick, just knock all of them, you know?
They have anger issues. Like, bro, just... Oh, sorry. Go, you go ahead. Go.
I like how Infernape did nothing, though. It just stood there.
It came
That's
out
all it
like-
needs to do.
Menacingly. He was like...
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it.
You know why? Because look, they're both like apes, right?
Yeah.
Kinda. He's
No,
just like.
It's a sloth.
He's not.
It's a fucking
You're gonna
sloth.
tell me slacking isn't like a gorilla?
It's not. It's
kind of
a
a
mega
gorilla.
sloth.
He's like a Sasquatch.
Dude, I'm just saying, like off screen, Infernape is just like, what are you gonna do, bitch? What are you gonna do?
Dominance.
T-pose.
All right. I'm sorry.
What you gonna do, bitch?
So the Vigoroth's like, all right, cool, we're done. So, and Piplup does a weird thing where he's like, I'm tough too, trips and smacks into a tree. I think there's just like 2 or 3 more times in the movie, but
Rule
it's,
of threes.
yeah. So he hits a tree, ouch, that hurt. Vigoroth like, you know what? My bad. I'm sorry. I'm out. And this is where Zora was like,
Fucking worth it. Yeah, you're
so I was like, listen, dog, I didn't need your guys' help. Like, sorry for being shitty. And they're like, wait a second, you can fucking talk? Who are you? And they're like,
Why this is surprising, I have
Yeah,
no clue.
like how many
At this point,
They
with
know
that-
Meowth, right? Like they constantly run into Meowth.
Yeah.
At this point, you should just be like, okay, another talking one.
Also, Ash has a talking lapper, so he can bring it up just to translate.
If
If they ever,
he gets it back.
people will lose their shit if he got him back, so it makes sense for a movie, and it fucking talks. So
yeah.
And that little shit of a shaman that's just like, over there!
You can talk?
So
You can fly!
I'm gonna bring it up here. Pokemon should have done what Dragon Ball Z did with this shit and just make a movie continuity.
Go ahead.
Make like a movie continuity and the show continuity. Because I would have like it would have made life a lot easier if they're like, oh, okay, like all the movies happen in the same timeline, and therefore this shit is way more believable.
I would like a world if it was just all one continuity, honestly. I get, you know, timing makes that not necessarily possible.
Yeah.
I would just like to know that the shit that happened in the show
they're getting there
mattered in the movie.
because the later movies are a little bit more
Sure.
self-aware. Like the Zoroark movie's a little bit more self-aware.
Yeah, but that's also part of like a weird reboot.
Yeah.
But
It's like it's in its own timeline.
Yeah.
Welcome to the multiverse.
But anyway, they're like, yo, Zora, what do you want? And she's like, she? Zorua boy, girl?
They.
Yeah.
They? Okay.
I was under the impression that Zoroark is a female.
Zoroark is a female.
Yeah.
That implied that it's
I
a
would say
female.
this one's probably a boy, just for plot
I
reasons.
assumed.
He's a little tougher and like
Yeah.
the way a writer usually writes.
We'll go with Zorua is a boy. Zoroark is female. Zorua goes, Mima told me not to talk to strangers. And they're like, Mima? What the fuck's a Mima?
Mima.
He's like, Mima is Mima.
It's over there!
It's I need to get to Crown City to save Mima. The gang's like, yo, we were headed there anyway. Come on, buddy.
Which I did bring up because like last night I'm like, I swear to God, they're gonna do the it's over there. Where's there? There. Because like the whole thing with like the what's a Mima? Mima is Mima.
Yeah.
Because can I put it in a way that he's like, if that's the only thing it knows to call it, that's the only thing it knows. So you kind of have to
Can you imagine
understand
like
that. I'm
Taco
like,
Child?
Can you imagine when he evolves and he's like, holy shit,
Mima.
I'm a meme on
Evolves as Dan Green.
I'm a meme now.
what Pokemon is that?
Mima. Mima.
You are Mima!
That's a Zoroark. No!
That's Mima. So as they're walking through towards town, Zora's like, I can turn into shit. Watch. And turns into Ash. And they're like, okay, that's weird. I mean, we saw you transform once, but I guess it makes sense that we're confused about your transformations. But
I hear thousands of pens hitting paper.
every time it turns into a human, it can't change its tail. I assume this was like it's still learning how to transform.
Yeah.
So they're like, stop fucking with me, grab the tail, and that's like a little ass grab. You're like, oh, and it turns back into itself because Zorua. But then it's like, I'll turn into Pikachu because this is much easier. I can ride on Ash's shoulder. Now we come back to the ship. Kodai's up there looking at Zoroark like, hey, guess what? I got your little bitch. You're going to do what I ask. You're going to do what I ask, or we're going to kill it. And they show on the screen this projection of Zorua inside of a cage. And Zoroark's like, fine, whatever.
That's the visual data.
Yeah, and that's what I remembered, yeah. I don't know why I forgot that. But as soon as you said it happens later, I knew what it was. But yeah, so Zora's in the cage, like, Zoroark, go into town, we have a thing we need you to do. So it gets ready to leave the ship, and as it leaves, like, the image of Zora just dissipates. And it's like, oh, it was a hologram, because now we're messing with the Master of Illusion by using holograms. We're two-sided here. It's a battle of wit. Yeah, so Kodai's just like, Zoroark, I need you to go and show the people of Crown City your illusions, and then we'll release Zora. So let's see, Zoroark takes off, and a bunch of drones go out to follow it, so we have a fun little video, live feed, reality show thing going on. This happens at like night, so I don't know what Zoroark does for the next like 5 or 6 hours till the sun comes up. But the next day we have Celebi come out of the time ripple and just start touching everything. Like, I love you, Pokemon, here's a flower. I love you, tree, here's another flower. And everybody's getting happy. We have this one chick like walking down the street being like, I can't wait for Team Magnemite to fucking win!
Oh, you mean the girl right out of a 90s manga?
Yeah!
Because, like, holy shit, that design's dated as
Yeah.
fuck.
Why does she have such a unique design and is not used in the
Yeah,
movie?
I'm like, okay, so she's gonna be like the movie character.
Yeah.
And then
That's what I
she
thought.
I think
fucks
it's
off.
because I think the movies, and we talked about this, where they have the after credit scene where they always got the villain and then you see the past villains. I'm 100% sure that at one point Pokemon intended to have all these baddies team up Avenger style, and then something happened and then they can't do it anymore. Either whether it's rights or something, because like a lot of these movies, not only are they throwbacks to each other, but like we see the continuity between them, but they do nothing with it.
I'm just saying, Clarence III or whatever his fucking name is still out there. No one caught that fucker.
He's living. He's doing his best.
He sold his one car to rebuild.
So yeah, as this chick's like hyping up the Magnemite team, this little old lady, she's watering her flowers with her gorgeous, adorable Tangrowth. I love Tangrowth so much. And all of a sudden her plants start to bloom. She's like, wait a fucking second. Celebi's here. I gotta go tell my old man best friend.
Time travel.
So she, I love this scene. It's just fucking funny and cute, where like she hops on the bike with a big ass fucking cart that's carrying Tangrowth and just starts booking it down the street with this huge fucking Pokemon in the backseat. Yeah, she rolls up to this old man and is like, hey, weird, Celebi's in town. You guys see that? It's like, oh, well, I don't know. That was cute, I guess. But then we cut to Zoroark, who is in this bell tower, jumps down and just, I don't know, it's not Dark Pulse. I don't know what it would be. but it's just a big fucking explosion of dark energy.
Was that not Dark Pulse?
Is that what it is? I
That's
thought
Dark Pulse,
I just call it a chaos blast for the entire.
What?
Chaos control.
No, when Zoroark jumps down.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
That's
Dark
good.
Pulse.
Yeah,
Dark
Dark
Pulse.
Pulse.
Because there's like a little like wave thing that it does
Yeah.
or later on in the movie that I was like, oh, that's Dark Pulse. What
Are you
is
thinking
that?
it's not Dark Pulse? Because in the games, it's like a wave.
Because sometimes
Because
it's a
in the
wave,
anime,
sometimes it's
it's
like
a-
a beam, where it's
Yeah.
like a beam of rings.
So it's usually a beam, but there's been other Pokemons that when they use like a sludge wave or Dark Pulse, either comes out of their hands or like they secrete it or stuff
Yeah.
like that. Because I know when Gengar uses it in the anime,
Yeah.
it's just like a
Yeah. I thought it might have been Copy Tata, but I wasn't sure.
Kapitata! Dusclops!
Yeah, so Kodai's just like, all right, Zoroark, turn into Suicune and drown the fucking city. So you see Zoroark turn into Suicune and start running through the streets and start flooding everything. And you see everyone in town start to run for their lives. They're jumping on poles and on top of roofs so that they don't get flooded. Strange that nobody gets touched by the water. Really weird. Meanwhile, Kodai's catching all this on film.
You know the scary part now that you're saying that though? If somebody got caught in that water, they would believe that they were drowning and
Right.
they would die.
Yeah.
Because if you die in the dream, you die in real life.
So this movie is just Far From Home.
Kind
I
of.
think I made a I wasn't gonna bring it up quite
The
yet.
drones?
But yeah, I made a joke that this guy is just Pokemon Mysterious.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
That's all he is.
he has the drones. He has a bullshit illusions.
Yeah.
He makes people believe.
He's
Can
just
somebody
mysterious.
watching make a meme where it's Kodai, Kodai, from this movie, from Zoroark, put the fishbowl on his head and put him next to a picture of Jake Gyllenhaal? I would love to see
And
that.
have
in
it
the
say,
news channel.
nobody cared when I put the fishbowl.
I was born in the dark times.
Raised by him.
I didn't see Pokemon Blocker until I was already a man. So yeah, meanwhile, Kodai has his very attractive assistant just live editing, and she's fine.
And later she gets
Yo.
better later. My note is she a baddie.
I think at some point we need to come back and go through like the wifeys. And
I was like,
everything and stuff
osmosis,
like that.
please don't comment on this video.
Rowena's 12?
So the man was like, yep, nope, she could crush me.
Yeah. Oh. But yeah, she's live editing, so we see.
Default on his crunchy.
I'm too loyal to Lady D, so
Think,
my
Ethan.
that's my new wife, Lady D. All these other thoughts in the anime and shows, they don't compare. So
Alright, you gotta live your life. You're lost, bud. Anyway, so they're like live editing, so they have a clip of Zoroark Suicune running through the streets, and this statue of the heroes, Entei, Suicune, and Reiku, just get like obliterated, but they edited in the particle effect so it explodes, so that they can show the people of the town later, like, hey, look what Zoroark did. It hypnotized these Pokemon. Shit, we gotta stop it.
Broly. Sorry.
Wait, get them on. Yeah, go ahead, keep going. Dragon Ball Z, I love it. Go. But then Zoroark turns into Entei, starts running through the streets doing the same thing, except water turns into fire. And it's just burning everything to a crisp. You have a bunch of old people running through the streets, again, about to die. We see Kodai edit again to turn like a bus stop into just like smoldering, mushy ash. And then Kodai goes live on TV like, I have to apologize for this act of terrorism. Zoroark captured my Pokemon and is making them attack the city. We have to stop Zoroark. It's a villain. He's taking my Pokemon. They're good Pokemon. We gotta fix this. And then Zoroark climbs the building, turns into Raikou, just launches a huge thunderstorm. And in doing this, Kodai's like, everyone's gotta leave town. We gotta cut off this center of the town, make sure nobody gets in here. And then throughout the world, we have the actual beasts, which canonically, I don't know if they're the shiny ones.
Yeah.
Shiny.
They are unapologetically shiny.
Yeah.
Because they show the Suicune. The Suicune's like, might have just been like weird lighting.
Yeah.
And then they
Entei,
show
yeah.
Entei, and I'm like, that's shiny Entei.
Yeah.
That's shiny Entei.
Yeah, I guess it's just,
who breaks the lore of Kanto or Johto?
yeah, of
because-
being the shiny. Yeah.
Oh, what? There only being one or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the
but
legendary
there's-
dogs, there should ideally only be
Yeah,
one.
because they died in the fire.
Because they died in the fire and they were created from, that.
Jolteon, Flareon,
Yeah.
Vaporeon stuff.
But I mean, I don't care. It's just something that I noticed while watching this. And the first thing that came to my mind is like, okay, so Johto, fucking liars. Move
Yeah.
on.
I don't care. Those fuckers are shiny.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
look cool.
care.
They look
I was like, oh damn, this is where the shiny intake came in. Okay, cool.
It looked great because then this was the distribution event. I remember watching this movie when they distributed Zorua. You could do the Zoroark event, and the way it would start in black and white is you would walk up to this tree. This way.
Don't interrupt.
Oh, that's the one where you get the little cutscene of fun.
Yeah, you'd walk into this trailer, and then Suicune would show up. You'd fight Suicune, which then turned into Zoroark halfway through the fight. I think then the 3 shinies would show up as roaming encounters. I don't quite remember if anyone in the comments.
They were.
knows.
I think they were. Yeah.
They were roaming.
So that was cool because I think that's the first time that we got an actual cutscene like that.
Right.
Because in Gen 4 we had events.
All of them were supposed to be that, just none of the events came to fruition. The Dark Eye, the Arceus.
Yeah.
I forget if. No, I don't think Manaphy
Shaman
like an
had
event.
one as
Shaman
well.
had
Shaman
one.
had
Manaphy had one.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
See, I don't remember that one visually.
Did Manaphy have one, or was that
No.
from Rangers?
Who?
I think that was something
Yeah, I
Rangers.
think that was from
based.
Rangers.
I think.
You
I
got
think
the-
of Rangers,
the-
you could
The
transfer
weird thing
eggs
is
to
you got an
your
egg and
guy.
it hatched Manaphy, and then it also is the only
No,
Pokemon
yeah,
that
yeah,
hatches
yeah.
Fion.
There's just a cutscene when you're
Fion doesn't
doing the
evolve into
transfer.
Manaphy.
No, it does not.
Either way, there were supposed to be events for Gen 4 that just never happened.
genetic
Gen 5 actually got them, which is why when we talk shit on Gen 5, I just think we got to think about the things it did for the franchise.
Hey, next episode.
Okay.
Next episode, we'll get there. Don't worry.
So yeah, as the beasts start to like head towards the town, we assume they're going to town. We see all these bridges from the center of Crown City start to lift up. Like we need to cut this off. The Bakker tournament's canceled. It's set off. We don't need any of this. We got to get Zoroark. But it shows the footage of Zoroark like wreaking havoc. Zora's like, no. I know who Mima is, and Mima would never do that. We
Mima
got
is Mima.
Mima is Mima.
Mima is Mima.
So
Mima means family. It means no one left behind.
Mima means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. So
Mima forever.
Zora turns into Brock and tries to like jump into the river and swim across. Until this one dude walks up like, hey, I have fluffy hair and a Woobat on my hat.
But we don't know
What's
what that is.
Which is the most misleading thing for me, who has already gone through Gen 5 and is like, oh man, is this guy actually going to bring out a Woobat or Swoobat? No.
Bronzor. Yeah, homie's just like, oh hey, what's up? He's like, Brock's sorry, my twin brother's just really fucking
My
stupid."
weird furry twin.
Yes. He's like, weird. Your brother's got fluff on his ass, and just maybe Pokemon's different with their etiquette. I don't think if you ever meet someone for the first time, you just reach around and grab their tail to prove a point.
If you do that at a convention, you're gonna get a little moan.
Yeah. Like, well, yeah, right after you hear the.
Can I, by the way, for a quick second, this is the last time we see Brock. Spoilers.
Don't even get me started.
Can I? This is the first Pokemon that Brock did not actually know. Every other time he's like, oh, is that Groudon? The Pokemon with huge powers?
He always has that fucking book with information on every Pokemon.
He wants to be
but
a
the
Pokemon
Pokédex is
breeder.
not filled yet.
He's like, oh, that's
was
Dialga and Palkia. I know about those guys. He's like, hey, what's this Pokemon? I don't know. I was like, the fuck?
He knew he was getting cut for Gen 5, so he's just like, I don't
give a shit anymore.
Yeah, I'm done.
It's a fucking dirty Growlithe. I don't know.
You see, because Brock got like the new manual that had like all the Pokemon, he's just like, I don't want any bit of this. Y'all have fun with the rest of your gens.
Oh,
that's why I like
going
Brock.
back.
A fucking trash bag? I'm out. See ya. I'll stay here.
Get a guide them ice
So
cream.
yeah, Groudon.
Ice
A
cream
fucking
and garbage
candle?
bag. All right, nope, I'm done.
The fuck is this weird? This isn't Machamp. This is some weird clown with cylinders in his head. Okay, we're done. But yeah, so this guy's like, hey, don't worry about it. I'm going to grab your brother's ass and make sure. Oh, Zorua, I know you. You have lore and shit. Meanwhile, Celebi's like flying through town. Kodai's watching it. He's got.
This guy's name is Carl, isn't it?
His name is
Yes.
Carl, yeah.
Carl!
He has introduced himself.
Pokemon
Not quite as bad as Kevin.
It's almost as bad as Kevin.
I'm Kevin.
Carl at least
May he rest in
contributes.
peace.
Yeah, so Kodai's watching Celebi fly through town through the security system and then has like a vision of the future where he sees himself losing to a bunch of kids and a Pikachu and some really hot chick that looks like his assistant. Strange. But he realized like I must be reaching my limit. I'm running out of future seeing power. I need that time ripple
Running
to
out of
fix it.
juice.
Yeah, my future juice.
My future juice is running low. So he sees the Sister Rowena helping the good guys, but he hasn't said it out loud, but we know he knows. So Kodai's like, I know someone's gonna try and stop me, so we need to shut that shit down.
So real quick, I'm just getting it out of the way now. Up until this point, I did not know that Kodai's voice actor was Sean Schemmel until he was like, "Who are these people?" Because I was like, "Wait a minute!" Because I heard Goku Black. Like he was like, that's when I started to hear it, and I couldn't like unhear that for the rest of the thing. I'm like, what is it with him getting characters that are getting involved with time travel?
No.
I don't know.
When you first heard Goku Black, you heard Kodai.
Yeah.
2010, Chris.
Yeah.
Well, because
And
I
then
didn't
before that,
watch
you
the
heard
movies
Lucario.
then. So I'm like, oh no.
Goku Black is just Kodai.
I was like, Danny's gonna fucking hate me.
Nah, it's happened enough.
Soul Link's canceled.
Soul Link's canceled already.
Not again.
Chris killed Coco. It's alright.
Yeah, as long as Bigums and Chalkers
As soon as I get a moonstone. Anyway, fluffy-haired guy's like, what's up? My name's Carl. I'm a journalist, and I'm here to learn about Pokemon and shit. So he's like, you want to get to the middle of town? I know the way. I'm not from this region, but I know all the secrets because well, spoilers. I won't get to that yet. Anyway, so Carl takes the gang to some secret basement. It's a little creepy, maybe a sex dungeon, but it's not. So they go down into the sewer and use Bronzor to light the way, walk all the way to the middle of town and come up. Meanwhile, Kodai is known as the man who can see into the future. And he uses his powers to get whatever he wants because now he's rich and shit. Because he knows how to predict stock markets and Dogecoin and all kinds of
And
fun
Bacher.
stuff. And Bacher.
Look, I'm just saying there's a very important movie that told us not to do that, especially with the sports almanac. Just saying.
Terminator.
No.
Clearly.
That's different because he can see the future. He didn't have to go back in time
Right.
to change it. He just knew what was going to happen. so.
Exactly.
So he changes that to his advantage.
I would love
Yeah, but he
if,
didn't have to
if
change
we
it.
learned that Kodai got his fortune not from inventions, but from a lot of really like underdog Bacher bets. I would love that so much.
I'm going to put my money on the fucking...
I like how this Bacher thing, like we're giving it more service.
Because they have an amazing opportunity to just say Bacher as
So
many times.
we're
as
getting
they
that
wanted.
League of Legends ripoff, and they could have just gave us Bacher.
Oh my god, I would have played a Pokemon Bacher game. Are you
Absolutely. How can
kidding
we
me?
incorporate Pokemon Bacher in the Game of Honor? We'll talk off screen.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I actually thought of a way earlier when we were.
Shut
talking.
the fuck up!
So anyway, yeah, Kodai's like, man, whatever. We have the strange Hitler stash guy drives up out of the water with the Scizor and the Ninjask. Like, hey, search the city. We got to find.
Do you know what his
Zoroark.
hair reminded me of? Like he had like a black rubber glove and he tried to stretch it around his head, but it didn't fit. So it's just kind of like up here.
It's stuck now.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like
It's
I
really true.
can't get it off.
He just styles it like, all right, that's my
Yeah,
hair.
it's like I guess I'm a rooster
Don't
now.
even ask. So we see, as he pulls out of the water, we see Zorua running through the streets, and it runs into Zoroark. And Zoroark's like, oh my god, my child. And Zorua's like, Mima, shit, as they run to embrace each other. A big fucking cage comes in, and he just electrocutes Zoroark. Like, dumbass, fucking got you again.
And then Bonesaw comes. Bonesaw's ready.
Here comes a giant fist.
Zora fades away. Oh my god, it's another illusion. Shit. So yeah, homeboy, Hitler stash man. Like we get his Goon. Goon's his name.
Is his name
His
actually
name is
Goon?
Yeah, Goone.
They didn't try.
No,
They didn't
I
try.
never caught his name.
Yeah, I think he said it like twice, and I had subtitles on, so I would have missed it otherwise. I thought they were just calling him the Goon. But yeah, Zora fades away. Goon is like, I'm gonna capture Zoroark, take it back for the boss, because that's what he really like. Meanwhile, Kodai's like, hey, Rowena, I've got some shit to do. I need you to continue just to transmit that footage. That way everyone sees Zoroark's bad guy. And I'm going to get some real work done. The gang, Ash and everyone, they're making their way through the ground. They come up, and they see this statue of Celebi. Bunch of trees, pretty town, building. Oh man, this place is gorgeous. And Carl tells them a story 20 years ago. Some dark energy took over the town, destroyed all the trees, the buildings, the forest, everything was fucked up. But the people of Crown City worked together to bring it back to life. Congratulations, we did it.
It's
But we
a
can't
big
stop again.
theme throughout these movies, isn't it?
Kinda, where everything is
Like,
destroyed
I
and
feel-
people work together to
Yeah,
bring it
well,
back.
it's just like this land was barren, and now it's not because of Pokemon. But now it will be again because of Pokemon. And that's just every plot of every movie I've stood in for.
So after Carl tells the story, Zora was like, ooh, I smell Mima. and like calls out for Mima, but no answer. Oh no.
And Carl wasn't like, "What's a Mima?"
What's a Mima?
Mima's Mima.
Is this the one brain cell Ash moment where he's sniffing the ground? I'm like,
Oh my god! But Ash is like, "What's that?" I can't.
I hope that sniff picks up.
I probably won't. If that wasn't such a sensitive mic, I'd go up and do it, but I don't want to
So yeah, Carl notices on the screen, or as he's walking down the street, like, hey, there's that bus stop that was in that video. Shouldn't that have been melted? Unless somebody came and repaired that real quick, but I don't think Crown City has that kind of service.
I'm okay with this because Carl is a journalist.
Yeah.
Like, he's meant to pick up on this stuff, kind of. Like, I'm like, you know what? Finally, we have a character who does shit, and it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Otherwise, things would have been like, oh, it's just a different bus stop.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like,
like,
we're just gonna have another Kevin.
yeah, if it was like, Carl, I'm a janitor, but I'm coming home because I'm on vacation. Then it'd be like, shouldn't that bus stop go? Shut the fuck up, Carl. Go clean an alley.
I just thought that somebody got paid to play the role of Kevin in the line.
And say like 3 lines.
And I'm Kevin.
I'm
Kevin.
Yeah, so Carl's like, Kodai's been faking these attacks, guys. I don't know how. He's probably editing files, but he's faking them. Speaking of Kodai, he's flying through town, feeling good about himself. He's like, oh, I predicted the future. I'm winning.
like he should.
That is sweet Star Wars like speeder.
His fucking segue from Giratina.
He stole it.
Fucking Zero.
Wait, can he stole it from Zero?
Can we conspiracy theory link all the movies together by this crazy future technology?
Zero and Kodai work together.
Yeah.
That's how they beat the stock market,
Yeah.
which is what funded Clarence III's ship. And then we
Is
can do
his
that.
name actually Clarence or is it Lawrence?
It's Lawrence.
I don't even know
It's
anymore.
Lawrence.
Clarences are made up.
But yeah, so Kodai, he has a nice little flashback of Rowena starting her first day, and he has his first vision in front of her, and she's like, what the fuck? Is he having a seizure? Is he okay? And Goon's like, yeah, it's fine. The boss does this all the time.
It's his future vision. His what? His future. Can you not hear? It's his future vision.
Sometimes the future juice leaks out of his ears. It happens. Just
I gotta mop it up, but that's your job now.
But yeah, this is where Kodai sees the time ripple. He sees Celebi along with the 3 beasts and Zoroark attacking the city, and he's like, all right, this all means something. Now I have to figure out how to make it work in my favor. How do I make this all fall into place, and how do I get rich? And he's like, I got it. I'll just fucking make illusions happen. It's gonna be great. Let's see, at the end of the vision, before he can see where the time ripple is, he's like, shit, it's around one of these clock towers. I just gotta figure out which one. We'll find out one day. Back to the present, Kodai searching through the countdown clocks. He's like, look at this one. Hey, Shuppet, use your fucking...
Foresight.
Foresight
gets a use.
Use Foresight to find the ripple. Nothing here? All right, we got 30 more to check, so let's keep looking.
It does bring to question, why isn't he just using Psychic-type Pokemon to see into the future?
Because
can't talk to
he
them.
is time travel.
Because you can't talk to him.
You see, he can't.
Because there's got to be a Pokemon he can pick up that knows future sight.
That would,
Like-
that would make too much sense.
Although that wouldn't make sense though.
Because when
if
he
they
used
did-
Foresight, I was like,
If they wanted to
wait
use
a
Team
minute.
Rocket and put him with the bad guys like they always do, then he can use the Psychic Tap to use Future Sight.
Right.
And then Meowth will just translate.
Hey, it's me,
But that will
Meowth.
also make sense, and you know.
It's a
We all
Pokemon.
know Team
It's a
Rocket's not the
Pokemon
bad
movie.
guys in these movies,
It's a
though.
Pokemon movie.
I'm starting to hate that they're in them.
Yeah, same here. It was cute for the first
I
time.
think
It's
the early
worse.
ones-
It's worse next episode.
Yeah.
And I have some thoughts. But
I'll be
like,
honest, I'm trying to think. I don't remember them showing up.
They
in this
they literally show up to comment on later events with the legendaries.
one. Okay.
So
And that's like all I can think of what they do.
So now I have to ask, what exactly is Team Rocket's goal? So they're still on the get the Pikachu because
Yeah.
that's still a theme that for whatever reason is still going on today. Why do they still want a Pikachu when there's like all these other?
Because we need the Pikachu. We're stubborn.
Because Pikachu's are supposed to be rare. The logic that breaks everything is go back to that forest that had all the Pikachu's that Ash is
Go-
nowhere near around.
Right.
So plot armor, it's not around, and,
And
just,
then just-
literally just grab one of the baby ones. Do this.
I think it's just
You
tenacity.
didn't even have to fight them. Did you not see when they went up to Misty
Right.
and Brock and they're just like being super chill?
Yeah.
I think it's just tenacity at this point. It's just like, I've done this for like
I think they're
15
scared of
fucking
change.
years.
Yeah, probably.
I think
Well, they
they're
have.
scared
I
of
think
change.
Black and White is when they become like badasses. where
They
they're
become
like,
badasses?
Yeah,
They
they still
spies.
lose, but
they
they
basically
don't,
wear like the black
Yeah.
outfits, and they're spies.
and they
Their
don't
story
blast
has-
off anymore.
Yeah,
If
their
they-
story has nothing to do with Ash. There's a whole second
Yeah.
subplot that has to do.
If they ever do run into Ash and they lose, they're not like, we're blasting off again. They just like, they
Gliders.
launch in the air and then jetpacks and fly away. Like, they
Or
don't.
gliders.
Yeah.
They also changed the motto to like, instead of like Team Rocket, Speed of Light, whatever, and I was like, laying down the hammer of justice upon all evil within. I was
Yeah.
like, what? It was cool, but
Are
lame
they
at the
good
same
guys
time.
now?
No, they're still bad guys.
Gen 5 ruins everything.
So, because to me, like at this point, I really feel like they're like, how do we get the old audience to watch this movie and really relate back? And they're like, use Team Rocket,
That ain't
and it's like,
achieved.
why? It's like, because the people love them during the first gen, and then they're like,
That's,
use something new. I'm tired of seeing Jesse and James and Meow.
the worst part is you're
Yeah.
probably right.
Give me
that's
Pokemon
probably
Acid.
what it
Then
is.
they fixed them in Gen 6 by giving them strong Pokemon, stronger than the fucking main characters, but they lost because of, conveniences to
Sure.
Ash.
I think it gets lost a little bit because I think Team Rocket used to be for like the comedic relief for adults, because that's a lot like what the first couple movies were. But it definitely it's like now they're just kind of for comedy, and a lot of it doesn't hit.
Yeah.
So.
Either way, I love Team Rocket. They just kind of suck sometimes. Anyway, Zora chilling out, being like, shit, I smell Mima again.
That one should pick up.
So Zora takes off down the street. The gang's behind, like, shit, we gotta catch up with Zora. Oh no, Zora sees a TV of Kodai being like, Mima is a villain. We must stop Mima. And Zora was like, fuck your shit, breaks the fucking TV.
Mima.
I don't think I mentioned earlier, but the old man, that the old lady's like, Celebi's here. His Mightyena and the old lady's Tangrowth show up like, hey, Zora, TVs aren't cheap, stop. So they put it to sleep with sleep powder, and everyone's like, oh no, it's gonna kill Zora.
Try beam this baby.
So like, when I saw the Tangrowth stand out, I'm like, is he about to hyper beam this? Like just point blank, like you die.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Just the credits roll. Mima's like, all right, I have no reason to live anymore.
with her own hair.
It's like I actually saw, but he's about to try beam this little guy. Just crater this kid.
So yeah, the gang runs up like, hey, what are you doing to Zorua? And the Mightyana's like, oh, I'm about to fucking eat someone. Comes in and attacks Carl, knocks him to the ground. Shit, he's gonna eat
It was actually kind of scary. for a
right,
hot second.
because he attacks.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no, what happened? Wait, why would Pokemon do that? Oh, he's licking him. Wait a minute. These two know each other. Old man shows up like, Mightyana, what? Hey, grandson, what's going on?
Mightyena, are you ripping out another man's jugular?
And Carl's like, oh man, it's my granddad. This is Joe and his lady friend who might be fucking him. We don't
Dude,
know. This is Tammy.
The lady friend looks a lot like Carl. That's all I'm saying. They got the same hair color and everything.
Don't tell Carl. So Carl explains to the old people, here's what's going on. Kodai's doing some shit. The old people are like, damn, that's crazy. We saw Celebi. And they're like, oh,
Time travel.
That's just a euphemism in the Pokemon universe.
we fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see Celebi last night? Oh, bro, I saw Celebi last night.
So Zoroark's still trapped in the cage that Goon put him in earlier, is attacking and screaming, getting electrocuted, still pissed off. And Zora and Zoroark just have really good hearing because anytime something happens to either one,
miles
they freak
away.
the fuck out. Like, oh no, they're being hurt. I gotta save them. I assume there's some deeper connection now.
It's like that parental bond thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like
I
the
was
thing
like-
with mothers when like the baby cries, they
Yeah.
can tell.
I was willing to
It's
put it
something like
aside.
that.
Just I know because I'm a parent now. Okay, you guys just won't understand.
Yeah, you don't get it.
You wouldn't get it.
This is why 3's so good.
That's had Spidey senses now because of the
Could you imagine?
We're boxing after this. So he's
You
gonna
ever
dodge every
You
hit.
ever seen those videos though? Where like the parents are like, ah!
Yeah.
Shit's crazy. It's
Um,
crazy.
That's just gonna go home. Go.
Go, web, go! Says Zora hears Zoroark getting hurt in the cage, wakes up and says, I gotta go. But it's alright, Zora's a little hurt, but he's gonna make it. Squeeze through a little hole, Pikachu and Piplup follow. The gang tries to follow like around the garden because they can't fit through the fence. They're too big. They're peoples.
Did they explain the whole like, oh yeah, no, that was all illusions. Like,
Yeah, they explained like the old couple.
I love that because the old couple, like the lady Tammy or whatever, she's like, it was all a trick. I'm like, bitch, look outside.
Yeah,
Like,
the town's fine.
Yeah, it's totally okay.
Yeah.
Fire ran by your house. You think
Yeah.
the trees would have been ravaged? They're fucking great.
I just thought they grew back already. I
Yeah.
thought celebi.
We were busy seeing Celebi.
Yeah.
We were
Is
busy.
this time travel?
So yeah, Zora's trying to run, get past the garden, when then Breloom shows up like, listen, little bitch, you've been pissing off our town.
No.
You've been pissing off our town. I'm getting real fucking tired of it. And Zora was like, fucking fight me,
Just
bitch.
some stretchy arms.
Until the whole
Run,
fucking garden
run
squares
them
up.
hands.
The whole garden shows up. There's bug types and other Pokemon. I only remember Breloom, honestly. But a bunch of other Pokemon. And it's about to be Zora, Piplup, and Pikachu versus like 40 Pokemon. Piplup doesn't
Good
know,
odds.
like, Pikachu can just kill all.
Pikachu kills Beedrills constantly. Every season, there's a swarm of them that goes to Ash, and Pikachu just goes,
Ah, shit, here we go again.
destroys them.
like dust.
I want that in an episode where Pikachu's like, Jesus Christ, I just...
That's what I imagine Team Rocket. When I was like, Pikachu, Team Rocket! I can't believe it! And Pikachu's like, alright, yeah.
20 years. We've been doing this for 20 years.
I need a smoke break.
That's when we get the Invincible episode of Pokemon.
Well, in Gen 5, they become a
Think, Ash!
In Gen 5, they become immune, by the way, to the electricity. Because
Yeah.
the outfits they wear.
Or rubber or whatever.
Completely immune to Pikachu's electricity. Not that it matters because he loses it, but...
Yeah. Anyway, so as everyone's about to fight in the garden, Celebi's like, everybody stop. I have time travel. We love it. And they're like, these are good people. Don't touch them.
I'm gonna turn every flower into a berry.
So I love this.
That's weird.
So
Yeah,
that's
so
so
that's a little weird. Celebi's turning all the flowers into berries, but what I love, and I don't know if anyone else recognized it, the sound that's playing during this moment is like a slower ballad version of like the Celebi revival scene from Forever.
I thought it
I
was.
didn't
See, I was watching it on
I thought
1.5
it was.
speed,
Yeah,
so
okay.
it was just kind of.
Yeah, I can't like sing the song in my head, but yeah, like it's as Celebi's like all the other Celebi come in and revive it. That song is playing while it's touching everything. It's really cool.
For context, anyone watching, I had to watch the movie and the next one we're recording today.
Yeah.
So I watched both on like 1.5 speed. So some shit's a little weird in my head because it's all like, yeah. Like some lines were delivered really oddly. I'm just putting that to the side.
It's so weird to hear. Mima.
You're not wrong, dude. Okay, when we get to the scene where it's like the flashback to him getting the future juice,
Yeah. Okay.
remind me.
So yeah, Zora was like, I guess I'll let you be my friend Celebi since you let me not get killed by a bunch of Pokemon. Turns into Celebi,
guess.
and Celebi's like, wow, you're me. Holy shit, let's fly. And Zora was like, what the fuck, bitch? I can't fly. I can't actually fly.
So the thing I love the most about the scene is when Celebi grabs the berry, drops in front of Zorua. It's like, is this for me? That was like so wholesome to
Yeah.
me, and I was like, this is adorable. I love this.
And then Zora's like, I eat meat. I'm a wolf.
That is true. Is he a wolf?
Oh, he's like a fox. He's a wolf or he's a canine.
What's Lucario? Is that a
Anubis.
wolf?
I just think Anubis.
Yeah,
so
it's
tall.
like a jackal.
So it's
Zoroark, I think, are based off of Kitsune.
So a fox.
Yeah,
The fox.
it's a
Okay.
fox.
I always wondered because
They're canines nonetheless, and they chomping on some beef.
Yeah.
Zorua's like, I don't need berries, I need meat, damn it.
And you're an onion. Fuck. Where's me, Mom?
So the gang of Pokemon are like, we gotta go find Zoroark. Celebi's like, hey bro, follow me. They exit the garden as the humans of the group come around the corner like, there are Pokemon, let's catch up with them. But too late. Goon and Kodai are like, sup bitches, fucking kids. Capture them in a fucking cage. You get Johnny?
I can't believe the writers did that. Like, they're just okay. They're like, what should we name this guy? Oh, we can name him like Mark. We can name him like fucking steal.
You want to reuse Kevin? We didn't use that much.
No, let's not get us bad. How about just Goon? He's a goon. We'll just call him Goon.
Connor, you played Coliseum, right?
No.
So with the naming mechanic, because none of them are normal names, I'm fairly certain that they were like, all right, we need to come up with all these different names for all these characters. What's the best method? They slam their head on the keyboard, delete like 1 or 2 letters, and they're like, that's the name.
Add a vowel if we need it. Yeah.
His name is XX Elemental P.
Pretty much.
So yeah, the gang gets captured by Kodai. Kodai says, yeah, he doesn't know who the kids are, but I recognize you from my vision, and I know you're an obstacle, so I have to stop you now before you fuck everything else up.
Which I appreciate that he's smart.
Yeah, until he gets fucked up. But we'll get there. The gang, they take off down the river with everybody in the cage. Pikachu, Zora, Celebi, and Piplup just climb a big fucking tree in the middle of nowhere.
Poor Piplup.
Poor.
Yo, I want to see a penguin climb a tree, though.
Watch this movie.
I did, and I did it in 1.5 speed. Let me tell you, comical.
So when they get to the top, Zora calls for Mima by howling, and you're like, Mima, shit, you can't hear me. But Zoroark's like so fucking tired, it's still trying to escape his cage, it's not making a dent. Zoroark gets fucked up in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think there's a moment up until the end when it's on screen not getting the shit kicked out of it. Like, this thing took a fucking beating. This
is actually one of my favorite tropes in writing. It's when you beat the fuck out of the parent beyond the limit that you know that the parent can take, but the parent keeps getting not to help their child. It's probably one of the coolest tropes in like writing.
Yeah.
But they added it to Pokemon, and I was like, why didn't they do this with Cubone and Marowak?
Sure.
And then show them that like there is a limit, and then Marowak's mom would have died. It would have been dope, but they did it here, and I think it's nice.
Well, they kind of do it. We'll get there. Because Zoroark's just so fucking tired from trying to escape, but it can't give up. It's got to keep trying. She's got to save Zora because she's Mima. Celebi does this like, hey Zora, it's okay, little buddy. Look at this, and does a little sprinkle of light, and then like grows like plants around Zora, which is to mimic Zoroark's fur, so it feels a little more comfortable.
Turn Zora's head into a berry.
Yeah. So that was a cute little moment. Zora's like, it feels just like Mima's fur. Back on the ship, Rowena's just looking at Facebook, scrolling through some shit. She's like, oh,
looking hot.
Look, that's so fucking hot.
Sugar daddy. Ooh, my little boo.
She's going on the list. I mean, there's Byleth, and then Rowena's in here somewhere.
I mean, good thing I got that divorce, right?
Yeah, it's a good thing.
So yeah, she's scrolling through a bunch of files of Kodai's, like, I gotta figure out what he's got here, what he's trying to do, until she finds like a blocked database. She's like, I wonder what his password would be. Vision.
Like,
gets in.
Like, I get he's pretty much got a superpower, but like, you would think top secret, like, if you pause, you can look, there's some schematics in there that are probably like some big money makers for him. He's just like, that's out in the open, that's out in the open. My fucking crazy, goddamn, paranoid ancient texts, that shit's behind me. Shit that anyone would look past.
Smart enough to trap kids that may interfere with his plans.
Yeah.
Not smart enough to put any numbers or any type of things in his password.
Good thing she didn't click the folder that said C and Celebi. That would have been a fucking problem.
Good thing she didn't click the folder that said Candids of Rowena. It's like,
I'll
let that one alone.
Call HR.
He is HR.
Oh no!
So yeah, she puts in the password Vision, reveals a bunch of like ancient prophecies and weird shit that she's like, oh, this explains everything now. We don't understand, but she gets it. She gets it. So Goon's like, he pops up on the screen like a Skype call. She freaks the fuck like, oh damn, he knows I'm up to something. He's like, hey, we're gonna be busy. Stay there, keep doing what you're doing. We'll be back eventually. She's like, all right, sounds good. He clicks off. She's like, God, I thought they caught me. But while she's talking to Goon, she sees in the back the cage is coming in. Wonder what's in that cage. Couldn't be Zoroark. That's already here. I don't know what's in there. But now that she's figured out everything she needs to know, she doesn't have to be sneaky anymore. She goes down there, opens the cage, and they're like, who the fuck are you? And she's like, I'm Rowena. I'm Kodai's assistant. And Carl's like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I love that relationship. It's like, oh, okay, I'm grandma then or whatever. And it's just like, they fucked.
Yeah, right?
They fucked before. I'm not saying they're together, but I'm saying they've been like, we've been on the same case before.
Yeah.
We fucked.
Yeah.
Like,
Lucky Carl.
Yeah, they saw celebi.
yeah, oh yeah, they saw celebi.
So yeah, Rowena's just like, oh yeah, so I'm a journalist, I'm undercover, I'm getting info from Kodai, and now I have it, so I don't have to play friendly anymore.
She let her hair down, and I was like, God damn, girl, God damn, like, God damn.
I didn't mind the buns either, but like,
Nah, it's way better down though. It's way better down, Danny.
Recording, I got something to do quick.
He's gotta go see Celebi.
Yeah, I gotta go see Celebi myself. Anyway, she's like, yeah, I got the information I need. Let's get out of here. They escape. Kodai wants the time ripple so he can steal time energy so he can absorb it and refuel his future juices.
Is this a flashback?
Not yet. She's explaining. It's coming up though. She's explaining that what he needs, like it's future juices. We don't get it. What does he do? But she's like, Kodai actually did this once before. Let me tell you about a time. So we cut back, flashback. He's looking for Celebi. He finds a time ripple, and as Celebi tries to like fly by into the rift, he uses his mechanical arm, grabs Celebi, and says, "You a weak little bitch." Takes like a similar arm and starts sucking time energy out of it, and he just like attacks him and makes him all purple and shit, which just blows up the whole town. Everything's melting, trees are dying, and that's what happened 20 years ago. Just nobody knew it was Kodai except for his people.
There's a point when he's sucking up the future juices that he goes from like to like that shit sped up. I couldn't because he's just like like it's so like I can't even recreate it. Like, oh my god,
I'll have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, like, you ever get bored, find that spot and do 1.5 because holy fuck.
So yeah, as he fucked up the past, back to the present, Kodai's still searching for the ripple. He's been through a couple different clocks, still can't find it, but he has a vision of him like choking the fuck out of Celebi. She's like, this is how I do it.
Oh god.
This is how
Choking onions.
He's pulling an Iron Mask Marauder.
Dark ball.
Dark Ball, I choose you, Tyranitar.
The move? The move?
No, there's an actual
the
dark
Pokeball.
ball in wherever.
Back in the trees, Zoro and the crew are like, we should probably get out of this fucking tree. We're not doing too much. When camera shows up and starts like looking at Celebi, and then right behind it is Kodai. I'm gonna choke this fucking onion.
Which he fucking does.
Yeah.
Like that shit. Like he's just like, there's no neck there, and now there really isn't because he's
Just stretched out.
Imagine choking an onion.
I'm just saying, just someone needs to recreate this entire movie with like the tones of Invincible, and that Celebi is getting on.
Big Celebi!
big Celebi. He holds Celebi out in front of a line of charger bugs.
Have you seen the meme of him grab like the meme like this, and then somebody puts something in between? It's just Celebi like this, and then the egg is just splatter. It's just green. It's just green splatter.
It's just skeleton.
He's just like, I said no onions.
Jesus Christ.
If you can, go watch Invincible. It's a great show.
It's a great show. We
beautiful.
watched it. as a group.
Well, we can add this one to a list of probably things that are gonna make it to future episodes. Inside jokes that are gonna make it to the
Think Mark.
Kanai's left out.
Anyway, Shuppet attacks Celebi, Ninja attacks Pikachu. Pikachu says, fuck you. And then Zoro's like, I got this. Creates an illusion of turning into Tammy's Tangrowth and uses Frenzy Plant or something of the sort.
I think
Sure.
it was I think so.
Frenzy Plant. I mean, like, I don't know why that Tangrowth that does not battle clearly knows Frenzy
It
Plant.
can also have been Power Whip,
Yeah.
because it does spin Power Whip, but it definitely looks like Frenzy.
I just always think where it's like noodles of grass with spikes, I think Frenzy Plant. And I just assume.
Have you seen Frenzy Plant before?
Noodles of
In
grass.
anime?
Some people would call
It's just
those
like three vines, like giant vines.
Yeah, but anyway.
Even here.
Tangrowth does something with the plants and like attacks all of Kodai's Pokemon. But Kodai's like, I still have my bracelet. I know this is fucking fake. Meanwhile, Shuppet and his Magnus
That's because it's a Pokemon.
they're like, we don't. You good, boss? Because I'm dying over here.
Yeah. I didn't know.
How are you smiling?
I didn't know you could choke a ghost, but apparently
You can. So he's like, Shuppet, you Shadow Ball on the Tangrowth, which hits Zorua, knocks it down.
And Shuppet's like,
Honestly, I'm a little upset that, because in the flashback, he has Mischievous and Shuppet.
Yeah.
And I get...
That was cool, and then I was like, wait, why is
Shuppet not?
Why is
Yeah,
Shuppet-
I personally prefer Bayonet to Shuppet, but I guess it's because Bayonet's not known for like floating like Shuppet is, and it kind of works to have...
But they're goals, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I agree. But even like Gengar, like when you see Gengar, it's a bipedal thing that doesn't really float. It does.
Yeah.
But most of the time you see it standing on the ground,
I get
which is what you have Bayonets. I think that was their mindset. Like keep it Shuppet so it floats and doesn't have to stand on shit. I don't know.
It's less for us to handle.
Yeah. Either way, after Zoroark gets bodied by a Shadow Ball, Zoroark's like, fuck, kid got hit again. I gotta get the fuck out. It's actually starting to do some damage to this fucking box. Enough where it finally breaks the fuck out. Good for you. But you wanna know some shit that gets in the way? 3 shiny ass fucking dogs. That's what gets in the way.
That was so rad.
Yo,
They're just
boy.
standing on the fucking water like,
Yeah.
what's up?
What's up?
What's up? You trying to roll up on our turf?
So as Zoroark breaks
We got
out,
a problem here?
the 3 beasts are on like the dock, just like, you causing problems here?
In our town?
In our that we protected and saved and shit? You
Run this fade.
So I
You
think
guys have been playing checkers this whole time. I've been playing Connect 4.
So yeah, while Zoroark's on the ship, the 3 beasts just start fucking obliterating this thing. Koda has no ship anymore. It's
Oh god. No.
electricity, water, ice, fire.
Yeah,
this
at
ship's
first it's
blowing
like what, ice beam, which is like, okay, you can get, and then it's like a charge beam from Raikou.
Yeah.
It's like, that wing's gone, and then it's like a fire blast. Like,
Yeah.
the ship's gone.
Just good thing Rowena got off of there because otherwise she'd be fucking. Imagine she's still looking through Facebook and just fucking dies.
Just saying, that ship should have blown up a lot sooner just because of, pressurized and it's
Yeah.
up there. So I imagine the second the fire went, it just...
Oh man. What I put? Team Rocket sails by, notices the weird color.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they notice like weird these shiny Pokemon, but they don't know it's shiny because Pokemon doesn't like to call out.
I mean, they've seen them before.
They don't
too.
look quite the same.
Ash had a shiny Noctowl for a whole ass season.
They never said anything. Nobody ever said anything.
Yeah, they didn't like one
In
of
the
the episodes.
episode,
Like,
when they got
he
like
looks
that,
different,
looks weird,
and then
'cause
it's never brought up again.
It's a smaller Noctowl and different color. Like that's weird.
But if Gary had it, everybody would be talking about it.
Yeah. Back to it. Kodai's still choking out the fucking onion.
God damn, man.
He has another vision where he sees the time ripple. Celebi screaming, and like opens the time ripple, but he's like, I still can't see where it is, but Celebi will take me to the time ripple. I know it. Zora's like, I'll save you, Celebi. Come here, which causes Kodai to like crash out of his little air segue he got from Zero. He gets pissed off. Is this where he bites the wrist? Has that not happened yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, I think so. He throws Zora. Zoroark hears it and says, "Shit, these fucking dogs are in my way." But that's okay because they blow up the fucking ship. In the smoke and destruction of all of it, Zoroark disappears and then just fucking bursts out of the water and just fucking turns into one of the dogs. I think I'm a little early on that cue. That's okay.
When he starts running away, he starts doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because does he not turn
faster?
Does he
Yeah.
not turn into Raikou first,
I
and then
think-
he's like hopping? Because
He-
he's
he-
interchanging.
I think he starts Suicune into Raikou into Entei.
Yeah, and there's when it stops because they bash,
Right.
but I think I'm jumping ahead. But either way,
They
that happens eventually.
they use that scene more than a few times.
Yeah. So he jumps out of the water and just starts fighting like face first, hand to hand, so there's no room for beams and shit.
I didn't bring it up earlier, but it happens a lot here. The sound of him transforming is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even like.
I just
I was
like
like-
I like the animations. Like
Yeah.
every time he transforms, it's just
Yeah,
very seamless.
I just thought that sounded like a text tone almost.
Yeah. Let's see. Koda tries to grab Celebi again. Pikachu and Piplup said fuck off. Scizor gets in the way and is like, listen, I gotta look good for the boss this time. I let Zoro escape once. I can't do that again. It knocks him out of the fucking tree. They're gonna fall to the ground. None of these Pokemon can fly. Oh my god. Togekiss comes in and saves the day. Oh
Get
my
some
god.
screen time.
So I
Who has a
completely...
Togekiss?
Dawn. I completely...
Dawn has a Togekiss?
Yeah. I
Get him Bamos?
completely...
I've done that
Yeah.
every movie.
completely forgot the humans existed
Yeah.
for the last, like, however long it was.
20 minutes.
Yeah, I completely forgot. Like, I'm watching, and I was like, humans. like Ash and Gary. I was like, that's right. They're the whole point of the movie. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Togekiss comes in and save. We see Dom, we see Ash, the whole gang's here. Rowena follows up, and we see the same clip from the vision, but now we get the continuation of it. So in the vision, she shows up all like heroic, and then she sees her boss like, ooh, hey, about that last paycheck, you just
Yeah, I love that.
don't worry about it.
Good.
We're good. Well, not, how does that work undercover? You still get your paycheck from your real job? Like,
I
is she
would
getting
think.
double income until...
I would think.
I might become a reporter.
It's a good deal. It's a good deal.
Interesting.
Actually, you can't get paid because you're using a fake name.
I'm sure it's still going into your real account.
I'm assuming they're villains. I'm assuming it's under the table. It's not
Yeah.
like, you know.
Just
Here's how you dodge your taxes. That's how you know we're evil.
Here's some potions and antidotes. That's how you get paid in the Pokemon
Yeah,
world.
you get paid in nuggets, and it's like, no, they sell high at shops. Wink. It's tax free, baby. It's tax free.
Ash and Dawn rush in. They save Zorua and Celebi. So the wild Pokemon are all like, hey, we tried to kill the Zorua earlier, but now we're its friends, so let's kick the shit out of Scizor and Ninjask. Pikachu destroys a bunch of the cameras. Kodai's like, God damn it.
James Bond fucking technology.
Takes out a pen and just lets it fly away. It's like,
That pen was so uncomfortable to me.
yeah.
Because, like, the fucking thing was, like, unfolded and it was, like, fabric and there's like, and I'm like, that is weird. And, like, it was too fluid to be mechanical.
Yeah.
It's just odd.
I get you. Here we go. Now Zoroark turns into Suicune and says, I gotta go save my Meemaw kid.
Meemaw kid.
You would have loved the black tulip. I'm just saying.
Turns into Suicune and just like speeds off down the street. But these three dogs, they're gonna give chase. So they chase after it. The shiny Suicune and the other beasts are all.
But she
like,
doesn't turn
tail.
into shinies.
He does not.
No.
He turns into regular.
Which was, I mean, I guess he saw the other ones. But I just thought that was interesting.
I think
Yeah.
they did that more so you could tell who
That they were
Yeah.
not shiny, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, so the dogs are chasing down, attacking, Zoroark's dodging, whatever. Gets in this like alley of houses and turns into Entei, who then faces off against the real Entei.
I love this
And
flare blitz.
They both use flare blitz and like slam into each other, but the real one comes out on top and knocks the fuck out of Zoroark. And now
Such a cool animation where
It's
and Tate's like, oh yeah, sup, bitch.
illusion fire.
I'm gonna do that too.
Cute. But yeah, so now Zoroark's knocked down on the ground, surrounded by Entei in front, Suicune and Raikou both on the buildings above, like, where are you gonna go? But that's okay, we'll find out in a moment. Because Carl takes the gang back to Grandpa's workshop, where the old people are like, oh my god, Celebi? We want to help save him, or her, or it, or the onion, who knows? Rena says they take Celebi to the time ripple every time. Take Celebi to the time ripple, everything will be fine. Got it. So if they take Celebi home, we'll fix the world. Kodai can't win. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be dope. But we've checked all the countdown clocks. We don't know where it is. Meanwhile, Joe's like, hey there, kiddo. You know, I made those clocks. You're missing one. It's in the Bakker Stadium.
Fuck.
Full circle. Bakker's important again.
Woo! Bakker!
Everybody wanted.
Play ball!
So Kodai, meanwhile, while they're talking about this, like, if we get here to the last clock, that's where the ripple is. We can send Celebi home. Kodai can't win. No more future juice. We're good. But Kodai's pen is in here like, oh shit, I'm writing this all down, and flies back.
Can you imagine if it was like half a piece of paper, it was like using itself to write down, and then had to carry that paper back?
But it's
Almost
actually
like Mickey Mouse contraption.
it's actually just like it's a microphone. So Kodai and Goon hear the whole thing, so they rush off to the stadium. When they notice it, Pikachu like electrocutes it or something, breaks her like fuck. Now Kodai knows we gotta beat him there. But let's talk about our plan for 20 minutes. So they run through like 14 different outcomes of what they could do, what they couldn't do, how they should. We got to change the future so Kodai doesn't know what we're going to do.
Oh, is that what those 3D headphones did this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they did, like, they literally said, oh no, Kodai. I think there's another like 4 minutes of dialogue before they actually leave.
Which I need to question where Kodai was in reference when he heard all of this, because
Yeah.
obviously the mystery mouse tool has to be like within some like vicinity of him.
Yeah.
And so like they have to be like relatively close. So while they're like discussing like their 20-minute game plan of how the fuck they're gonna beat this guy, beat Kaiba, change the future.
Yeah.
They're in a fucking car.
Like, engines running, ready to go.
Because like,
Good.
as soon as they heard that, he's like, we know now.
They were actually just like outside.
Yeah.
I assume
He's
that
like on the roof on his flying Segway.
I assume that they just, for some reason they just never left the tree. It's so weird. He's just like, oh yeah, I got this pen, and now we wait. Why?
So yeah, Carl's like, you know, Kodai can see the future, but if we work together, we can change the future. So the gang splits up. It's like Rowena,
Split up,
Carl,
gang.
and the old people one way, and then Dawn, Ash, and Brock the other. I think is how they split. Meanwhile, Zoroark's still fighting the beast. Can't get its ass up. Still getting bodied. But it's like, you know what I could do? I can make crystals like Entei before, but like the unknown Entei, not the real Entei. So it traps the
It all
three
comes
beasts.
full circle.
Exactly. This movie's not as good as 3, is it? But yeah, so
You were
it
here
captures-
from the beginning, weren't you?
captures them all in crystal, and everyone shows up like, wait, no, stop. Everyone, you're fighting each other for no reason. Stop. Zoroark's getting tired, but it's like holding this illusion to fuck off the beasts. Tangrowth and Mighty Anna are like, look, Zoroark's innocent. This guy's fucking around. If you stop, he'll stop, she'll stop. We'll be good. So Ash and the crew, they're running around. They're running to Kodai and Goon. Dawn and Brock are like, hey, Ash, you keep running. He's got Celebi in his arms, Pikachu on his shoulder. And it's like, if you go ahead, we'll hold off Goon. I think Kodai gets out of the car and flies around or jumps around or gets in the Segway, gets past Dawn and Brock. Something happens.
He turns the Jeep into a boat.
In the boat, that's right. So he goes to the water. Wow.
Again, we're just saying fuck vehicle physics.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, vehicles in this.
It's at least way better than them turning into planes, but
Yeah, I'm more willing to believe a like water to land
Yeah,
vehicle
Or the
over-
giant, the giant first wheel we had in second movie. That
Don't worry
defy every law of physics.
Don't
ever.
worry about it. Don't worry. The answer is Magneton.
He's not even a lot. He doesn't fucking exist, dude.
That's Magneton.
And you can't say Spell the Unknown because it hasn't happened yet.
No. Magneton were the reason that worked. It's fine.
So yeah, Brock and Dawn, they're fighting off Goon. Meanwhile, Zoroark comes in from the side and just
Bring that up.
breaks Goon's neck and just starts to kill everyone. Just shaves off his Hitler stash.
I don't want to sleep at that part.
I put takes How. Takes out all the Pokemon in Goon. Meanwhile, Celebi is being cornered by Shuppet and Miss Magius when they got separated with Ash. I messed up my notes here. I started getting rushed towards the end. It's alright, I got it. But after they attack Celebi, who was flying through the air, which they never explained, but I assume it's like a character growth thing. Celebi's flying through the air, gets attacked by Shuppet and Miss Magius, turns back into Zoro, like, wait a fucking second. You're not Celebi. What happened here? It turns out Ash pulled a little sneakeroo, put Celebi in the backpack.
Pretty good.
Had Zorua turn into Celebi so he could carry that and be like, hey, if you die today, it's for a good cause.
Again, everybody was playing checkers.
Yeah.
Ash, Operation.
I'm waiting to be like Ash playing Jenga. So yeah, Zora can fly now. That's cool. Character growth.
You're all playing checkers, but I just called Uno.
I'm still playing Baccarat.
Bronzor shows up, who was being a light guide for everybody else earlier. Just fucking picks up Kodai's car and just tosses it.
yeah, that's a pretty strong Bronzor, gotta say.
He's almost ready to evolve, just not quite there. He's
Yeah.
like level 34 or whatever. And then the ghost type said, wait a minute, you're psychic, right? Bam! Fucking kill it. Just destroy this floating plate.
Ripped to pieces.
Shattered it. Ceramic and
To
everything.
shreds, you say.
Zoro attacks Kodai, bites the wrist, and Kodai's like, you son of a bitch, get the fuck out. But then like starts to choke out Zoro too, because I guess he's got a...
He loves chunks of Pokemon.
So when I was watching this,
That's why he has ghost Pokemon.
Exactly.
when I watched this, I was with my friend. My friend made the comment about, what if when he got bit, he's, and that's the movie's over because the baby died. There's nothing else to protect. That is it.
The invincible
Because I remember, right? I used to have this dog growing up, and he was a Rottweiler,
no.
and he would constantly bite our wrist. And I remember that one day I slammed him against the wall out of reaction, and he went. Never fucking did it to me again, ever. So like I was thinking like it's a human reaction to like hit. So I was like, can you imagine this sword just movie's over, roll credits. Actually, and them are just like, well, it's awkward.
You sure that's Celebi,
You
though.
just $1 million babied our dog.
Makushla. What's up?
What?
Yeah. Mine was an Office reference too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, attacks the wrist, Kodai shoots his claw. Oh yeah, so he shoots the claw, grabs Zora. Mima hears it like, hey, put my fucking kid down. Ash is rushing into the stadium like, hey, I know Zora's dying, but if I can put Celebi back, I can kind of like end all this. But Miss Maggie jumps in, attacks them. I think uses psychic or something to pick him up. Kodai's like, now it's my turn to go to the time ripple. Zoroark jumps in front of him, but he's like, don't, I have your kid. Mima, don't piss me off. So Electric ransom traps Zora. Zoroark's like, you know what, it's fine. Guess there isn't much time left for me. Who said that? Zora? That was really sad, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like, I guess this is it.
Yeah, he's like, shit for me. Zoroark's like, nah, you're fine, bitch. Watch this. Zoroark takes like a bunch of fucking ghost type attacks to his face.
No one, I have to know, no one's stopping Kodai from just beating the shit out of him.
He's got Zora.
Yeah,
If he
no
rushes,
one's
he's gonna
doing
kill him.
anything. It was just like amazing to me. I'm like, no one has a plan.
Ash was
just
floating.
saying,
Mima
like-
was thinking.
Don't get me started, because that they prove in the next movie that doesn't mean shit.
My only
Alright?
complaint about this movie will be this point right here. Why is Ash and Dawn and Brock not using all of their Pokemon during a catastrophe like this?
Because in
Yeah,
Arceus,
hang
this
on.
is a Pokemon. We can't use it to get out of the fucking jail.
Hang on,
Infernape alone can solo this entire fucking, like the whole plot,
Yeah.
right? Then you bring out Mamoswine, Glaceon,
Torterra.
yeah. Like when you start thinking about like Gliscor and like all these phenomenal fucking Pokemon that Ash has.
Is it
Ambipom.
There's a Gibble.
Bissell,
Gibble.
Beasel,
Who looks
That's
Or Full
too
Soul.
soon,
Who-
Connor.
Full Soul.
Like,
Is
he
it-
just
I know, but
recently.
like, I meant to bring it up there at the beginning of the shot. You see all their Pokemon. You see Gibble from front of that.
Yeah.
Is scary. That's
in-
not
By the way,
scary.
you know just how much Ash used Gibble?
Like twice.
3 times.
So stupid.
He
And
has
never-
a pseudo legendary, and he's just
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna keep it.
And then he boxed it.
That's because most of the season was him trying to teach a Draco Meteor,
Yeah.
which every time he shot it into the air, it came down and hit somebody.
Why would you teach a physical attack or a special attack when you know what it's Ash? I'm not gonna question it.
You know what? Tell that to freaking Newton, who carried a special attacking shield on.
Yeah,
Wow,
but
shit.
Shuriblur was a fucking.
I know, but it does
question
not
the
have
Pokemon
special attack
universe.
stats like that. And I bring that up in almost every movie. Is the fact that why aren't they using all their Pokemon? I'm just putting it out
It's
there.
so
I'm just
stupid.
accepting it as a truth.
The
But
Kodai-
I give this movie a pass because of something later.
All right.
Let's get into it.
So yeah, Kodai reaches into the ripple and says, haha, I'm gonna drain this energy. As he's sucking all the energy out, he's getting fucking high and shit on time juice. The city's starting to evaporate again. Whatever will we do? Oh man. But since no one knew about his actions, he can just kind of ramble like, aha, I'll do this shit again. I don't fucking care. Nobody knows it's me
Every
anyway.
20 years.
So yeah, he's just like, I'll keep looking like the good guy while Zoroark's the dumbass who got caught. But then the stadium starts to fill with smoke. Zoroark suddenly starts to rewind the illusion. What the fuck? It wasn't real. He's still like 20 feet away from the ripple. Everything was a joke. Kodai's a fucking dumbass. But
They called him 4K. Yes.
And anyone who plays D&D, this is why your illusion wizard's really cool. Because they can do this shit.
That shit
fucking-
never works.
I
That
fucking
never works.
Love this moment.
It's
This
great.
is the moment that I talked about in the very beginning of this podcast that just blew my mind because I was actually quite invested. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
wait, things are going to hell. What happens? How do they get out of this? I'm like, oh, fuck.
yeah, because here
And
comes
Zoroark was like, I got you, you bitch
Yeah.
choking onion ass.
They're all playing checkers. Zoroark's over here playing Call of Duty Modern
But yeah, because at this moment, Zoroark, the whole movie is like not giving a fuck about this bracelet because I guess either it's not comprehending or like maybe one time it'll fuck.
Well,
up.
yeah, he's a dumb, stupid animal. That's
exactly.
why.
Stupid fucking.
He's a
meatball.
fucking idiot animal. They're
But,
all dumb.
But yeah, so in this moment, it just uses the illusion anyway, not thinking. And then Kodai's like, wait, what? Why did I fall for that illusion? Oh my god, that fucking fox broke my bracelet. This shit was all pissed off about it.
That was a Rolex.
Which I just have to question: if Zorua bit the arm that had the bracelet, and he knew it, like the bracelet's over here, because like me, I know I have two.
Sure.
If something bit onto that, and that piece of technology is pivotal to me going against this, why would my first instinct be like my first instinct would be, oh shit, did it damage it?
because the issue is it didn't come up in the future juices.
No,
That's why.
he was too worried about getting to the
Because
time ripple and at the time doing, to that.
It's like he damaged it. Like he damaged it.
Oh my god!
So what I'm hearing is he used an action replay. I was like, that's not gonna affect me. And he's like, why can I not do this thing anymore?
And that also been because it's like it's Sora. Like it's not like he got bit by like
fun fact about Zora, bite force of a fucking like hydraulic press. Really destroy. If that bracelet wasn't there, his wrist would have been paper.
Right there, he's like, actually, you know, my wrist does kind of hurt a little bit. I think something's wrong with my metacarpals. I don't know. Homie's like, shit, I can pay for this, but. Anyway, Carl and Rowena show up like, hey, dumbass, we got you in 4K. They got the whole footage, right? They have him confess.
I'd kill 1,000 children before I let this company die. That's all I thought of. I was like, this is just Monsters Inc. You caught him.
Yeah, at this moment, everyone's like, we won. We beat Kodai. Dumbass can't beat us now. So
Oh no, wait, he's running to the timer.
Yeah, well, Zora was like, oh my god, Mima. Oh my god, we're finally reunited. And he's like, shove it, Shadow Ball, one more fucking time to kill that kid. And then Zora has no idea, too invested in seeing Mima again. And then Mima's like, nah, gotta save my kid, just dives in front of it, takes the Shadow Ball, and that's like the final move that's like, you know what? I think it's time for me to die. So Zoroark just like passes out on the floor, can't do anything, I'm tired. But then Zora was like, wait a second, Mima? Oh my god. They then hit Zoroark with the Shocky Hook, puts it down even further, retaliates with some attack or something. The rest of the crew like tries to chase after Kodai, but he's already running for the time ripple. But guess who stops him? Our shiny Beastie Boys. It's pretty fucking great.
Can you imagine the Beastie Boys?
No, Steve, chill.
Yo, yeah, they show up on Brooklyn. Holy shit!
Can you imagine how scary it is though to see like shiny or not, like those things in front
yeah.
of you, like not once bad
Yeah,
enough,
they're
but
like fucking
three.
8 feet tall.
Yeah.
And
They
they
have
have a presence to them too. Like
Yeah.
they have that when you see them in any media, you're always like,
That flow.
oh shit, it's like it's a dog.
Yeah.
Intergalactic.
Especially because he's like, these are good Pokemon. I'm going to pretend to have them for my Bokker team, and then see the real ones like,
Little
hey,
did
guys.
he know, they're massive Bokker fans and were hella offended.
That you didn't actually recruit us.
He didn't pay their fucking likeness rights.
I've been waiting for my Smash invite for 14 weeks there, Kodai. Where was my invite for Bokker?
They all threw it them in Smash.
As Pokeballs,
Raikou,
I
isn't
think
it?
so.
Yeah.
Are they not even, Raikou used to be, right?
Maybe not.
I don't
He used to do the
recall.
little electric
'Cause I
cage
know-
thing.
I thought so.
I know Suicune and Entei. I don't remember Raikou being.
Wow,
in
they
it.
just
Okay, I might be wrong. I might be.
they short
It might be the
the best
Pokemon
one.
Stadium
Okay.
thing, maybe. Like he's on the stage.
Raikou always gets shafted.
Yeah, kind of.
Always, and that's like the best.
Rip in
one,
peace,
but-
Gen 2.
Where are your megas? We don't know. Anyway. So yeah, after being cut off by the beast Pokemon, he tries to run into the building to get away. Zoroark's so weak, he's about to die, but you know what? I got one more trick up my sleeve. Creates this illusion where like Kodai's on top of his ship, like flying through the crowd. It's really peaceful. And then bitch just fucking falls off of it, which then like breaks the illusion. He just rolls through his body.
Hilarious to me.
I thought
Can you imagine?
I thought he died.
It's like orange behind his head. He's just fucking done.
It goes grayscale and it's like wasted.
Yo, can you imagine Vashel like, good job, sir. Oh god.
Oh, you're just on the floor, Yamcha, you're just like, oh. I picture of Deku with his arm like this, that's what I imagine.
Blood slowly pooling.
The illusion.
The crew's like, I think we're getting arrested.
So yeah, Zoroark looking really weak. Oh my god, everyone's gonna start to cry. Zora's like, but Mima, I'm sorry I wasn't strong enough. I want to be better. If you just get up, I'll be stronger. Yeah. And then in like crying and all these emotion, it creates like a huge fucking illusion. It's like the whole world turns into like their home, the plain of which they live in, big grassy area, not many trees, nice big open plain. All the dogs are like, shit, this is kind of nice. It's not as good as my home, but I mean, it's a nice place.
I mean, it's no Johto, but I guess it's a...
I can guess so, dude. There's no pond for me to just.
No pond for me to cleanse. But
I mean, you know what? Same Earth, same.
But Celebi's like, wait a minute, Ash, wait, the time ripple's right there. If you just throw me in there. Honestly, I thought Ash was about to just baseball pitch this fucking onion. Just right through the time ripple. Because I think up to this point...
Its neck flopping around with the choky.
Oh man, I really fucked up my spine, dude. I'm trying.
What's it called when you have to hold your babies? Is it whiplash? Is that what it is?
Rigor mortis.
What's it called when you have to hold your baby?
That's just how you should hold the
That's how
baby.
you should hold the baby.
They just
There's
can't.
there's a term for it.
I don't think there is. It's just
No?
their fucking neck
I
muscles
don't know.
aren't
I don't know what the term is. I just know
Scientists call
babies,
it jelly
babies
spine.
can't
Oh, it's
support
just
their.
so just like
Yeah.
it just died 4 times. Like
So yeah, Ash helps Celebi into the time ripple. It disappears for a minute. Like, I guess it's not coming back, but then it does come back.
This is some doctor
Guys,
level
I'm
shit.
better now.
Yeah, I'm good. Time saved my neck and my jelly spine and my baby head and all kinds of shit.
Something about this scene felt very Doctor Who, like
Yeah.
jump into the time portal, but use the healing time powers to bring them back to life.
Considering, I'm not sure if this would have been ruined if I had not watched 4 yet. But part of me was just like, oh yeah, Celebi can heal things
Yeah.
because it happened in 4. And
Why
I was
didn't
like, oh.
Suicune do it?
Hey, you remember
'Cause there wasn't
Misty's-
water.
You remember Misty's knee? It just went, you're better now.
So yeah, Celebi's like, here you
What's
go.
the baby needle?
Zoroark comes back to life. Mima and Zoroark comes back to life. Mima and Zorua are finally reunited. Oh my god. This is beautiful. Celebi starts to make a bunch of flowers again. Prepare to time travel once more. Zorua's like, hey Celebi, you'll be my friend forever. Celebi's like, disappears. Kodai's in the stadium like, damn, my head hurts. And just sees him on the TV.
Time travel.
Kodai sees himself on the stadium screen doing his confession about, yeah, I fucked up town 20 years ago. I'll fucking do it again. It's fine. And Officer Jenny's like, you're under arrest for Pokemon poaching. And whatever
Got
she
you,
fucking
Goku
says.
Black.
And then Zoroark's like, we won. And just like fucking screams. Like, he's just like, you're under arrest. And he's like,
Dude, it got the victory screech in.
but it's alright, it was kind of cool. So yeah, anyway, Brock and Dawn, they're chilling on the fucking dock here with the old people, with Carl, Rowena, like, bye guys. They're on the dock waving to Carl and Rowena, and Ash and Pikachu for some reason. Why are they on
I
the
got
dock?
so
I was gonna say yeah. I'm like I gotta come clean for content, but like I was fucking fooled by this.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this is like the last joke.
Where they-
So I was like, okay, so he's going to Unova. Carl seems to have come from Unova. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And then like Ash.
Yeah, so then
I was
as the
like, wait a minute, is this actually the end
Yeah,
of the
I
series?
felt like a
is this where
dummy.
is this where he transfers?
Yeah.
I felt like such a fucking idiot. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
man, the fucking kid show got me.
So yeah, as they're waving goodbye, they cut back to Brock and Dawn, everyone on the dock, and Ash and Pikachu run up. I'm like, wait a minute, they were on the boat. And Ash goes, God damn it, Zorua, fucking stop. And then Zorua's like, turns from Ash back into Zorua, like,
One thing I don't think we acknowledged, maybe we didn't, I just wasn't paying attention. Anytime it turned into Dawn, Dawn was like, fucking stop.
yeah. Fucking knock that shit off. I guess she just didn't like looking at herself or something.
Yeah,
She was
like, as bad as it is to say, it felt like a very like
Feminine
young
character.
girl thing.
Yeah.
To, like, I'm looking at me.
stop. My skirt's too short, fuck. But,
That's kind of what I thought it was alluding
Yeah.
to, because there was a point where
I mean, if the tail's under the skirt, I get it.
Zoro was sniffing around as her, and I was like,
Yeah.
So like,
OnlyFans, people pay for that. But yeah, so Ash
Osmosis has a point here.
Ash and Pikachu on the boat are just Zoroark being like, bye, we're going back to Unova. Maybe we'll see you again someday. I don't think they ever actually do, but maybe.
You never showed me your Swoobat.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Boat sails away. Ash and the crew like chase after. They already said goodbye, but they decided to chase after the boat anyway. Be like, one more time, see you someday. Zoom out. Team Rocket's discussing
It's
what
what
they.
you do in anime.
What's that?
It's what you do in anime.
Is run after the ship.
Yes.
Yeah, the good anime. Team Rocket's like, hey, you know, this is what they would do if they could see the future, you know. And they do a bunch of rhyming shit, like, you know, start rhyming with breeze or something, whatever. Roll credits. A couple things happen. Magnemite and Shinx.
Or
that's
slip
it,
like
Shinx
the
looks red.
breeze. Keep it up, we'll break your knees.
Bocker match happens. Really cool. The three beasts are watching the boat sail away. Reyna looks like a goddamn snack with her hair flowing in the wind. Old people watching TV. Kodai and Goon go to jail. Rowan and Don's mom are like, God damn it, these fucking kids up to shit on
There's a scene
TV
here.
again."
There's a scene here that's like really fucking important for
Yeah.
the entire anime. The thing with Paul that you're about to.
Yeah.
I skipped
So
the credits on this.
yeah, sometimes I watch them just because there might be something that's cool.
another
But
video.
Marvel has taught me to watch
Yeah.
everything.
You watch Giovanni put on the gauntlet and he goes, I'll do it
I'll
myself.
do it myself.
He has those meteors.
I was gonna say, yeah.
The crew leaves town. There's a little slideshow about all the different contest opponents, the gym leaders, the Elite Four. Palmer shows up. Like, that happens for a reason. And then we see Paul, who's checking out these statues of Dialga and Palkia. Like, I'm Ash's rival. I'm better than him.
Does he have the fucking mountain?
So when after the league, because this takes place after the league, Paul wants to stay in Sinnoh before going back to Kanto for whatever reason. And one of the reasons for him staying behind is because he wants to learn about Palkia, Dialga, and
You should have watched the last 3 movies.
yeah. And
Damn, where was he?
now in the Pokemon Journeys now, they just brought Gary back and then Fernie back. And
So exciting.
They said
So
that
exciting.
they didn't say who the rival is, but they said they're gonna bring one of Ash's most iconic rivals. They brought Gary already, so like we know it's not Gary,
So it's probably
and it has to be Paul.
Paul was a fucking cop.
Paul was the best one, and
Paul
like,
is
I think
the best
that now that their rivalry's over, they can kind of be like not bros, but chill about it. Well, they brought this scene up in last week's, like they did a little interview on the show they do at like 7 in the morning over there. And they brought this specific scene, which I was like, whoa, I'm watching that next week. And they talked about how like this little scene of him comes back and
Okay.
yeah.
That's so exciting.
Interesting.
I need to catch up on Journey. I think they just did out Ultra Journey or whatever they call the second half of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to catch up on Journey. Anyway, the 3 beasts go home. Celebi goes home. The gang's watching the stars over the cliff with all their Pokemon, and cut to black. And that was Pokemon Zoroark.
Cut to black because the next movie
Is
is
Pokemon Black
Fucking
and white,
genius.
but-
We've been playing checkers the whole time.
It's great.
And they've been playing Pokemon Black and White.
It's actually great if you watch the movie in
Rather
the
than
British
checkers.
colors. It cuts to white. So
Oh,
it
that's
kinda
wild.
like-
Yeah,
black
there's,
and white.
Yeah, exactly.
there's so many like Easter eggs.
There are
you know?
2 types of people
And
in
if
this
you
world.
cut to me when they do that, I'm setting the noose up in my closet.
You're watching both movies.
Yeah.
But you sound like
You
Mario
could have watched
when you
both
say
movies side by side.
We have a story next time. Don't worry.
We'll talk about it then. So yeah, I think we're running a little long in the tooth here, so we'll get right into it. Says anyone? Let's go through the list right now. Currently, our list going from top to bottom. Actually, go from bottom to top. I think it works better. Number 13 is Pokemon Mewtwo Returns. Number 12, Pokemon Ranger in the Temple of the Sea. Number 11, Pokemon 2000. Number 10, Pokemon Forever. Number 9, Pokemon Jirachi Wishmaker. Number 8, Pokemon Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. Number 7, Pokemon 3, Spell the Unknown. Number 6, Pokemon Heroes. Number 5, Pokemon Arceus and the Jewel of Life. Number 4, Pokemon the First Movie. Number 3, Pokemon Giratina and the Sky Warrior. Number 2, Pokemon Destiny Deoxys. And number 1, Pokemon Rise of Darkrai. Does anyone have a strong opinion on where they think this movie falls?
For me, it actually, well, on our list, it actually goes at the top.
At the very, you think it's number 1?
I think it's better than Darkrai. I thought Darkrai is a good movie. And I thought 3 is a good movie. But that particular, like how that last couple of sequence happened, where Zora bit the bracelet, because I didn't even think about it actively, because I was just like, oh, I was just so involved. And then the illusion happened.
Yeah.
Like it blew my mind so much that it got rid of some of the slower pacing of this movie for me.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the outcome. I thought the story was solid. The villain for me, I know Chris was like, I don't know why he's necessarily doing this. To me, he's just an asshole. He's power hungry. That's all. He got the power to see into the
He's
future.
a fucking capitalist.
He got the power to see into the future, and then ultimately his cockiness about his power was his downfall.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing with the time travel stuff that actually works in this movie, even though it's not really there. His future sight, everything that he sees happens. Even the part where he sticks his hand or whatever into the time thing again happens because it's from his perspective. He sees that as an illusion.
Yeah.
So it all works out. So I really enjoyed this movie.
Well, because Kanai had like the same problem as I did, where it's like, why is he trying to slurp more future juice? And it's like, he's like, to get more power, to make it more powerful. It's like, but why is there like something beyond? He's like, I just want it to be more. Like that's not a strong motive as we've seen in the past.
The only thing I can think of is maybe then he can do it on command.
I think it's also
He
because
doesn't want. He
doesn't
doesn't
have his career built on him being able to.
Of like all of his,
all of his
career.
career.
All of his
is
success.
So
based
that's what
off
I'm
of
saying.
his
So like,
business.
if you lose it, then what happens if you lose all these assets now? But if you have that slurp juice, you can always
I think of it in a way of an addiction where it's like he's probably knowledgeable enough in the business that he's running where he could maintain and continue to do what he's doing, even if he's at the risk of not knowing the knowledge. But at this point, for 20 years, he's been able to kind of be like, I know what's going to happen. I know what moves to make. I know what to do.
It's what Team Rocket talks about at the very end of the movie.
So they could be like, we already know, I know what's going to happen. If I continue to have this power, I will continue to know what's going to happen.
Right.
In like a...
I mean, why would you want to lose the power in the first place? So,
Sure.
Like, realistically, have you ever had something like a brand new like DS and the screen breaks, and you're like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah.
you're gonna want another one.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those things like, why the fuck would you want to lose something that you have that it is you? Yeah. So my point with this movie is that, and I guess not the movie, it's the ranking. It's evolved Destiny of Deoxys 100%, but it's not evolved Giratina 4B.
I know I don't get an official opinion.
Sure.
Looking at the
Does he not
list,
at this point?
looking at the list, Chris has it right here. I would honestly think I'm putting it probably at, and this is all from, I've not watched all of the movies
Sure.
as recently as you guys. I would probably put it like maybe like number 6. So like
right above
right under Heroes.
Right under here.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
So yeah, for me, because of the way that our listing is, I don't agree with it going number 1 because I don't think it's better than Giratina, but I think it's better than Deoxys.
This is why you guys get so mad at me at Giratina and freaking Arceus and my placing, but that's also based off of this list.
I gotta say, at least this one wasn't like everyone hated it and you think it's the best. It's like everyone's like, it's better than bad.
I didn't hate the last 2
Yeah.
movies. I actually thought they were better than Jirachi. Jirachi's super high on this list, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I remember liking Jirachi. I have to rewatch it though.
But
I think as time goes on with some of these movies, Jirachi might be pushed lower.
So I do agree with you how high it is, Dante, how high you have this one, like you're putting this one. My problem with this is I don't think it's better than Giratina, and the way we have the ranking, it's kind of weird. But if I had to vote, I would put it higher than Giratina just to bring Deoxys down. Because I don't think, comparing this to Deoxys, I think this
I don't know.
feels
I personally think Kodai is a more enticing villain than Zero.
Okay. Yeah, Zero was fucking weird.
See, because my thing is as weird as he was, like as backwards as his logic was.
language.
I still
language.
I still prefer him because he had a motive where Kodai is just because. That just seems because it's like
Kodai's motive is
money.
power.
Yeah,
Right, but his motive is just I'm using this knowledge to my benefit to get money. Where Zero was, this other world is poisoning this other dimension that I want for my own, and he wanted to kick Giratina out, move in.
But he doesn't.
That was a clearer motive than just money.
Here's
So it seems like you like the plot.
here's my flaw with that logic though. Unless Zero is just stupid because he was working with the person that is also researching this.
Right.
He knows that they both have to harmonize. That there's balance, right?
Right, because that was the point that I made in the Giratina was, if he knows that these worlds are linked and they need to both live in harmony, why is he shattering everything and like, I'm going to disconnect this if it would just...
Exactly. All he needs to do is get the power to go into the reverse world and then manipulate it from there.
Right.
He doesn't need to destroy anything.
So if
No,
we're
he
looking at,
doesn't need... Yeah, no, he doesn't need to on that. I was confused on that, but it was a clearer motive.
I was gonna say just
Than
villains.
just money.
Just villains. I agree with Dante. I think this guy's a better villain. I think if we're looking at the whole movie, I think Giratina was a better movie.
Right.
But villain-wise, I agree. Kodai was better than Zero because Zero's goal just seemed a little more abstract.
Yeah.
Where Kodai's was a little more like, no, I made money. I made money
I
off
wanna
this.
make more money.
Yeah,
So what I
wanna
was
make
going to bring
money.
up is, and I see because your arguments are very fair, but you're looking at 2 different perspectives because your Giratina's villain focused more on the plot itself.
Right.
While Kodai, he doesn't, his whole thing is
The
him getting
plot,
power.
the plot was kind of
So
a
there's-
byproduct of Kodai.
Yeah,
it wasn't
right,
necessarily.
yeah. So because of that, your arguments can't really go head to head because Dante, you're absolutely right. Kodai's a way better villain than Zero in every perspective, but there's way more plot in
Right.
Giratina, which
Yeah.
is what for me kind of drive
I
cinema.
think that's a thing that I'm running into when it comes to different opinions with everybody else.
That's what I noticed.
Is that I think I focus a lot on character interactions for some reason.
Yeah.
So that's why I like things like Lucario, where yes, there's a lot of traveling, but that traveling is used to build on characters and Ash and Lucario butting heads and shit. So I don't know. I think that's partially why I have different opinions for certain things.
I noticed that.
I want to read Kanai's in a minute.
He's not here.
Yeah, but I'm in a similar spot with Connor where I think it falls in that 6 to 8 range, between somewhere either right above, if not in between, Heroes 3 and Lucario.
Oh, you think Heroes is better than this?
That's where
I think it
I
could
put Heroes
be.
above it.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
okay.
because given the list, because I know for me personally, I would put I would watch Lucario over this movie, but I would watch this movie over 3.
That's the weird thing when it comes to all of our personal lists. It's way different than the actual thing.
Which I think when we get to the end, there's a little more leniency to reorganize each individual list. But I think when we look at it now, we have to kind of be like, yeah, I personally think this movie is here. But as a group and as a community, we've agreed that this movie is better than this movie for sake of argument.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes down to it, I think once we surpass a number, the argument of I think it's better than the movie above, but it's not better than the movie below becomes not invalid, but should be something we look past.
Right.
To be like, we've already decided Deoxys is better than Giratina. Like,
Right.
at close.
I think, and I don't have the full. I'm looking at your
Sure.
list more of a spectrum, and where does this land on that spectrum?
Yeah.
I'm saying barely upper half, and that's why I'm putting it.
Sure.
That's why I would put it above 3 under Heroes, because I'm like, it's kind of like just above that middle point.
So I'm shooting for the moon. My hand's gonna stay up all the way till
Sure.
we get to Dark.
I was going to argue.
And I'm representing Kanai.
I was going to say, if I put it anywhere, I was going to put it right above Heroes, right below Arceus.
Okay.
So it would be the new number 6. I think it's a good movie. I know you mentioned at the beginning that it's Lucario. I just think this movie structured significantly better than Lucario. I was far more entertained by this movie. Visually, I think it's just, and again, we're looking 5-6 years in between.
Yeah.
This movie's
Great.
Obviously superior.
Great visuals.
Animated.
It's because
so
it's
much
still
better.
a Gen 4 movie.
I wanted to bring it up earlier, briefly bring up the fact that return animations are so pretty now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They sparkle and shit. And I'm like, why? Why is there so much effort
So
into
I'm
that?
wondering if it changes because Gen 4 is when you could animate the Pokeball, and they don't do that as much as text and images popping
Bro,
up.
we better get that back, bro.
I'm hoping for Diamond.
Bro, if we don't get that back,
That's
and I don't get to put dirty words in there.
I want to see chat to say fuck when you use chatter.
I fucking worked so hard to when I had in front of it, I was like, all the fire's got to go here because then
Yeah.
it pops out of the head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What did Kanai say?
So Kanai said, okay, so overall, I was kind of confused by most of it. It looked pretty, but I felt like it lacked substance to me. I'd say that, okay, that's where his ranking would be. The shiny legendaries and attacks looked great, but it lost me when the bad guy had zero motive.
Kanai and I always have opposite opinions, weirdly enough.
It's because of what I said earlier. They're looking at your arguments are both very valid, but you're comparing two movies that can't be compared.
I
Because you're
think-
comparing the plot of the movie and you're comparing the villain. Which
I
is
think the
very
big issue
unfair.
is the villain's scale was not big,
Mm.
and I mean the other the trilogy, as you guys have been calling it, was all the plots were really big scale.
Yeah.
And now this one's
Because
this guy
more
wants to
personal
steal
and stuff.
future juice to
Yeah.
make money.
If you change Celebi and you put Diaga, this movie would have gotten the same effect as the big legendary. But
Sure.
because it didn't have that big legendary,
It-
it had
it
the
was-
little guy. From a plot
We got
point of view,
another
it
Celebi
looks
movie,
lesser. Even though it's not, I think this has a better story than Giratina. I just like Giratina's movie so much
Sure.
that it's put above. But because this doesn't have that big legendary moment, instead you use the trios, which are usually used as a package most of the time in marketing, like the dogs.
Yeah.
I think that if you switch Celebi for the big Gen 4 time travel Pokemon, then it would have had the same impact, and I think our argument would have been a little bit
That
different.
Olga got too much time in the spotlight.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Too much.
I love Dialga.
Too much time in the spotlight. Palkia got shit. I'm just saying.
He said it too
What
much
else
time.
can I say?
So he said, I'm assuming this is going to go higher for Dante because father-daughter relationship.
I don't know what that has. Okay.
Dar-
wait.
Dar-
Zoroark. Okay, yeah, maybe.
Dark.
Kanai has the future juice.
dark and edgy
He
main
is
mod,
Kunai.
and something something.
Oh my god!
I like all the ones you guys don't. You can say that on the podcast if you want. LOL.
That's
And then-
not necessarily true though.
No, because we all like this one.
Again, I'll be honest. I feel like the whole plot is Zora and Zoroark getting back together. But even then, I don't see the movie as a parent-child connection like 3 is. I think 3 harps a lot more on that. Where this one, the whole plot is Zoroark getting back to Zorua and Mima, kid, whatever. I don't know. I guess that
It starts as that, but then it also then becomes
the
stopping
villain doing his thing
Right.
and stopping the villain and damn. So he places it somewhere on here. I think what
I can't wait to do the reverse this week and be like, what?
Get
I
ready,
think-
Connor.
what I want to do
It's the wicked wish of the East,
is
bro.
because like Connor's here.
Yeah.
So I think what I would like to do is I will raise 2 hands for Kanai and
sure?
myself. Yeah.
It's completely. Connor, are you going to be coming back? Is Connor coming back?
I mean,
He's invited back.
Just
We
wait
have to
till
pick-
next time. we do this
I've
and he
said
replaces
since y'all
me.
started this, and
you have to change the
Kanai-
whole voting
Someone
process.
said,
Like-
Kanai or someone said, yo, Hoopla is just Hoopla. Hoopa's just a kaiju fight. I'm like, bring
Absolutely.
me back for Hoopa. That's what I want to be here for. I just kind of accidentally showed up for the others. I want to be here for Hoopa.
I'll break the 4th wall. 5 minutes till.
Oh, no, let's try to wrap it up 5 minutes. I don't know how much.
Sure.
It started blinking.
All right, let's vote. I'm going to give you, Connor, you have a vote. I'll do myself and Kanai. So we'll start from the. That's gotta be shy.
You should probably start halfway because does
Sure,
everybody
sure.
put it past? Does
All
everybody
right,
put this
so
on
we'll start at number 8. Is it better than Lucario and the Mystery of It?
It's the upgrade Lucario. This is Mega Lucario.
Oh, it's still
If we're starting out
ways.
Lucario.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I guess since we're starting from there, Kanai puts it below 2,000. What?
Okay, got it out of the way.
Yeah, so Kanai has it at number 12.
That's low.
So are we still starting at Lucario?
Yeah, so Kanai's
Okay, yeah,
already
my
out.
hands down.
Wow. Really?
You're putting it at 8.
What if he put Lucario on?
Under-
Do you remember?
Because
What, did
because
you raise his hand?
I'll ask him.
because going by the voting system of if we're 2 DVDs, which one am I putting in? I'm putting in Lucario 9 times out of 10.
Okay. You lost your damn mind.
Yeah, I can't.
You lost your damn
I mean,
No,
no.
I lost that a long
Rock
time
what you
ago.
like. I totally think Zoroark's better in watchability. But hey, rock what you like.
Oh no, I mean, I totally get it. It's personal preference.
Do we think it's better than 3? Spell the end.
Surprisingly, my hand is still up.
Okay.
What? Really?
So you say that
Wait.
So this is the weird
That's
thing.
the NT.
Better than
Okay.
Oh, wait. If it's. Okay, no. I got
It was
one more.
above it,
I got
okay.
one more.
Then
Lost to say.
does it go above Heroes? Okay.
So
There we
this
go.
is
I got it.
the
I had the
weird
wording
thing.
messed
Do we
me up.
still continue since it's half and half?
Yeah, it's half and half here.
So what would happen is we go.
So
I
which
asked
one?
if it's above Heroes. Yeah. So now I ask, is it above Arceus?
I don't think it's above Heroes.
You don't think it's above. So I'll ask, is it above Heroes? Yes. Above Arceus? No.
Okay.
Now we're at 2.
So then that's
so
2
that
left.
would-
So now majority. That's where we cut off. So it would be the new number 6. All right. Okay. From the bottom, Mewtwo, Pokemon Ranger, 2000, Forever, Jirachi,
do
Lucario,
this in
3,
musical number.
Heroes,
Like
Zoroark,
Yakko
Arceus, first movie, Giratina, Deoxys, and Darkrai.
Well, he has to do the math because everything's like he has to do everything one lower.
Yeah. So I have to remember where it goes and then push it down. So it's
Still
not.
can't believe freaking Deoxys is number 2.
So
I agree with you.
I can't believe can I put it that low? I don't think it's.
I don't think it's that low.
bad of a
I'm
movie.
being honest. Can I correct you if I'm wrong?
I also don't think
you
2000
power
Forever
watched
should be
this.
that low.
100% you power watched this. There's no way this
Well,
is.
he watched it with Chris, then, didn't he?
Yeah, we were on Discord, and him and I watched at the same time. We had relatively the same. We were on like the same wavelength the whole way through.
Okay.
All right. Well, hey, poll challenge. Every week we pick a new Pokemon to compete in the poll
I
challenge.
get a poll challenge now?
Huh?
I get a poll challenge too?
You know what?
You can say no.
Put another emoji
You
on
can
there,
say
Danny.
no. You're allowed. I picked Pokemon.
We counted him in the vote, so
That's up to Danny. That's a whole
it's just
editing bit.
if Connor
It's
wins.
too late to go back
It's
now.
just-
I
so-
can't
It
win.
costs-
I don't think I can win.
If Connor wins,
No, you can.
if Connor
If
wins
you
this
just
vote, he
speak
just
it.
ultimately
Connor,
wins.
just say Arcanine. You'll
So-
get the vote.
Arcanine's
Yeah,
not in the
not
movie,
at
though.
all.
So,
Just do it anyway.
Trust me,
Alright.
I was looking for it because I was like, I'm gonna steal this from Kanai.
What we get to do is we pick a Pokemon that appeared in this movie. We get to put them into a poll together. All now 6 Pokemon will get to compete. You guys vote on the CGDannyB community Discord with a reaction. I'm gonna have to see what I do this week now after 6 Pokemon, but it's gonna be all right. We'll figure it out. Last week, Kanai picked first, so it would technically be Chris, which means we did the math of who gets what later, and if we're adding Connor, it's gonna fuck up. I don't think we get Hoopa anymore.
Dude, trust me, I counted. I started from Hoopa and I counted from there because I'm like, I know I get Hoopa, I know I get first vote.
But with the Connor in there now, it changes some shit. So
I will put Connor in the bottom, like after you.
Damn it, Con.
I don't think it matters. No one's picking my Pokemon.
all right, so
Damn
let's
it,
let
No one.
we'll figure it out mathematically. So
I'll go last. I don't give a shit.
Connor, I'll add him after John, so he'd be at the end of the cycle.
Okay.
So technically, Chris, you would pick first today.
Shiny Raikou.
Specifically shiny.
Specifically, Shane.
Whoa, this
You gotta find the shiny right
But
now.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
try.
Dude, just because Raikou is always like my favorite, and I do have an odd
I'm
attachment.
just gonna go into brightness and contrast and just crank the shit out.
Saturation. Deep fried.
For the 4th movie in a row, I'm just kidding. I'm going Brevin.
Bro, okay.
I was gonna say if you didn't, I'd be shocked.
I picked Yaga like 3 movies in a row. Like,
Oh man, I'm so conflicted, honestly.
Danny, my first one of the Pokemons I wrote down in case. I'm surprised if you don't pick, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
usually Danny goes with a water type. Usually,
Yeah, but I think there's.
but there's
one.
not many choices here. I mean,
There's a few. There's that whole river scene.
Piplup carried the movie.
I'm honestly like, I love the dogs and they're great, but I don't love them. You know?
I love the dogs,
Like,
but I don't love them.
I don't love them for my choice. I think, motherfucker.
Do it. Let me predict the future. I've drinking the future juice.
I think, and then I always double guess when I'm like, I don't think that's a good choice, Dan.
Chris, if he picks this, I need you to confirm that I typed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I want Scizor.
Oh!
Yeah,
I had Tangrowth.
that was he was on there.
I was like,
I
Dan's
thought he was
pick
gonna
him.
go Tangrowth because as soon as he was like, I love that man.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
that's
thought-
that was
that's
the
his
first
pick.
choice I wrote down.
Yeah,
was Tangrowth.
I was afraid Tangrowth won't
Yeah.
get any love.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I'm going with Scizor. So Dante,
So I'm conflicted because it's like, do I go for the votes, which I could literally pick?
actually, I fucked up. Connor should have went after John Bull.
It's fine.
I could literally pick Lucario or Garchomp because Cynthia's Garchomp appeared in the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
You quit.
But
So if you pick, honestly, whoever picks Garchomp 1, I will do that.
and I could
Because you have
go.
1 point.
I could go with Miss Magnus because it's like one of my favorite ghost types.
Same. I love it.
But I really enjoyed Zoroark, and I didn't really care for the Pokemon that much this movie. But seeing it animated and seeing it have a purpose, I think I'm gonna go with Zoroark.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm doing it for Nell, who died with dry skin.
So what I'm gonna do, because you technically Connor would go after John, so now you get to pick yours.
Yeah. Now, see, y'all fucked up.
Okay.
Because you forgot to pick statistically the best worst Pokemon Sunkern. Motherfuckers. Sunkern.
Oh, you got Dumb's vote.
I got Sunkern. Worst stats in the whole series. But he showed up and I'm like, that's a hilarious
I
pick.
picked Doug.
Let's be thankful Dunsparce isn't
You
in
had
it.
Yo, that would've
you
been-
had me wondering.
Like,
I was like, wait, was Dunsparce in the movie?
Nah, dude, if Dunsparce showed up, that would have been, yo, it's Dunsparce.
So I'm looking at Kanai's. He said, my 5 in order of most wanted to least wanted. He would get his number 1, which would be Entei.
And
So Entei for Candy.
2 dogs represent.
but the motherfucker shits on the third.
It's the
all
real
right.
one this time.
Might be fucking myself for future trying to figure all this shit out, but you know what? Who cares? We're
Just
into the
put me in a
content,
little
baby.
box. If I win this week, I get.
He just
the,
wins.
Like, yeah,
He just
I get the
wins.
silver medal. I instantly get the like, hey, Cotter, what a week when he's a guest.
Congrats. Here you go.
He won with Sunkern.
So for Zoroark, the Master of Illusions, Chris picked Shiny Raikou, John picked Breloom, Connor picked Sunkern, I picked Scizor, Dante picked Zoroark, and Kanai picked Shiny Entei.
All this power
He did
in
just
Sunkern.
say Entei.
All the power, all the picks. I could have picked Infernape. I love Infernape. Sunkern.
I should have went for that.
I don't even like Sunkern. I just think it's a hilarious pick.
All right, I think that is all we needed for today. Everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of Pokemon Gotta Watch Them All. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up down below. It helps spread the video so more of you nerdy Pokemon people get to watch the episodes. Of course, I'll put the tags at the bottom. I have to work on them now because now there's so many people on the front screen. So, all right.
You can just place it over eyes like you did with Con.
That's it. Just Mike Wazowski me.
For that, yeah, but if there's a time we have 6 of us sitting here, like, okay, well, we'll see.
Wait till
Just wait until we have to figure out the couch scenario.
It's gonna be great. I'll just put a high chair back there.
I was gonna say that would actually be really funny.
But yeah, make sure you check everybody here in the their channels: Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, all that fun stuff, Twitter. All links are right here on the screen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if it's your first time checking out the content and you want to stick around and see some more, do yourself a favor, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you get notifications every time a new video comes out. Don't forget to check out Soul Link Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, twitch.tv/CGDannyB with Chris here. And I will see you guys next time.
I choose you!
And Meemaws, Meemaw!
Now you pissed off the squirrels.
Yeah, fuck the squirrels.